all backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Event ends 7/6/26. See dealer for warranty details.
Bigger facilities, faster lines, and more preservatives? While the world automated, Calandra stayed at the counter. At Calandra's Bakery, they stick to the basics. Real people, real ingredients, and real messy counters. Calandra's bread is all natural with 0 preservatives. Just 4 simple ingredients doing their thing, which means it might not last as long as the others, but that's kind of the point. Flavor like theirs doesn't come from a factory. Calandra's Bakery, still made by hands, not robots, since 1962.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
For over 160 years, businesses from Montauk to Manhattan and beyond have trusted Dime Community Bank for all of their banking needs. Our cutting-edge digital tools let you manage your accounts, monitor cash flow, and make payments on your schedule. Whether you're at the office, on the road, or working late, you'll have secure access to everything you need right at your fingertips. Wherever your business takes you, we've got your bank. Ready to experience banking that moves at the speed of your business? Visit dime.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets, so go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
It is a successful challenge for San Antonio, which is the worst-case scenario for the Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns has to sit. They say he pinned Wembanyama's arm with Towns' left arm against Cat's left rib. You could argue marginal contact, but as Monica always says, everything looks worse when you slow it down. So 2 fouls on Towns. He has to come out. Mitchell Robinson into the game, and it's Spurs ball up 3, barely into the second minute of the game. It is Robinson covering Wembanyama as Castle brings the ball toward midcourt from left to right. Castle to the right elbow, now finds Wembanyama at the right wing. Pump fake and drive to the foul line on Robinson. Half spin to the far block, and a tough shot bounces off the back rim and in. Not much Robinson could have done there. Good defense, it looked like, from here.
Mitchell Robinson's going to have to dig deep and potentially have the game of his life.
7-2. Robinson underneath. Oh, he missed the lob and the layup. Jalen Brunson spotting Robinson, couldn't finish. Here's Castle. He'll rise. Left wing 3 on the way. Too strong. Rebound taken down by Hart. Ahead to Bridges. Back to Hart. Up the right wing side. Brunson into the corner. OG Anunoby. First touch of the game. Right elbow jumper is up and short. Castle brings down the rebound. Shovels it off to Fox. Fox. A burst pass. Hart pulls up in the lane. Left it short.
Saw Mitchell Robinson there on the corner of his eye. Kind of short on that attempt.
And Anunoby crossing up Devin Vassell. Picks up the dribble outside the elbow. Bouncing it back out Jalen Brunson. Brunson going to work on Champagnie. Brunson, right elbow jumper is up and too strong. Robinson tipping up the rebound out of bounds. And last touch by Robinson. Ball will go back over to the Spurs. Well, the game plan for the Knicks, you could almost throw out the window right now because it was to get Karl Anthony Towns involved, and obviously they've got to find a new plan here. Julian Champagnie left side attacking in the paint, kick out Wembanyama, extra pass, Vassell right corner 3, got it. Devin hits the strings, and the Spurs off to a 10-2 start.
It all starts with the Julian Champagnie penetration, the extra pass. Victor catches it out in the high wing. Beautiful extra pass to Devin Vassell in the corner.
So Devin has knocked down his first 2 threes of the game, and then a turnover. Bad pass to Champagnie, and the Brooklyn boy slams it down with a right hand, and a timeout. Mike Brown, as the Spurs are already out to a 10-point lead, 12-2 with 9:16 to play.
You could not ask for a better start. Get Karl Anthony Towns saddled with foul trouble. Our guys playing defense on the perimeter, making extra passes. Julian Champagnie gets an easy dunk, and you quiet this Garden crowd.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take the SWBC break as well. 9:16 to go first quarter. Spurs on top by 10. This is Spurs Radio.
He lines up the shot from way downtown.
Don't let low credit make reaching your financial goals feel like a long shot. Self has the tools to help you get the credit you deserve.
He shoots. He scores!
Spur your credit forward with Self, the official credit building app of the San Antonio Spurs.
I feel like I'm getting robbed when I bet the finals on a sportsbook.
Dude, delete that app. You need to be using Polymarket.
Polymarket?
Polymarket is a prediction market, not a sportsbook. You trade against other fans, not the house. That means more money for you and less for greedy sportsbooks.
Even during the finals?
Especially during the finals. You can even trade on whether Trump or Chalamet will attend the games.
No way. What's the catch?
No catch, and it's available in all 50 states. Polymarket is so confident you'll never go back, they're giving you $50 free on your first trade.
I'm deleting my sportsbook app. How do I get started?
Download Polymarket now and use promo code FOUL for $50 free for your first trade. Stop letting sportsbooks steal from you. Download Polymarket and use promo code FOUL for $50 free on your first trade. Use promo code FOUL.
Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply.
Spectrum TV makes sports easy, so I never miss. Never miss a homer. Never miss a home field hat trick. Never miss a goal line stand inches from the end zone. Never miss an end-to-end, tic-tac-toe, top shelf snipe. Never miss a downtown buzzer beater for the championship win. Get your favorite streaming apps included at no extra cost with Live TV. It's one plan, one price, one place for all your sports. For details, visit SpectrumTV.com.
Have you thought about how your family would be protected if the unexpected happened? Life insurance can help provide financial security for the people who matter most, help cover expenses, protect loved ones, and bring peace of mind. At AHIA, our agents can help you find the life insurance coverage that fits your needs and your budget. Don't wait. Call 210-210-AHIA. That's 210-210-AHIA or visit ahiabenefits.com to learn more today.
9:16 to go first quarter. Spurs on top by 10. 12-2 here to start tonight in New York. An early look at the Bet365 stats. Spurs have started 4 of 6 from the field, 2 of 3 from downtown. And the Knicks just 1 of 4. They've turned it over twice. And again, Sean, I think the issue for New York is they had a game plan going in, and it's centered around Karl Anthony Towns. And Mike Brown's got to figure out how to kind of get his troops together here after Towns forced to the bench with 2 quick fouls.
You lose a huge chunk of your offense. The guy who really the offense revolves around. Now, is it going to be Jalen Brunson reverting back to the old Jalen Brunson we saw last year and in Game 3 where he's going to take a majority or the bulk of the shots?
One of the things where the Spurs have been so effective is in these first quarters, as the Spurs plus 33 in the opening quarters so far in this series. And once again, a 10-point lead in the first quarter here. It's the 4th straight game that the Spurs have opened up with a 10-point lead in the opening quarter. So the same units back on the floor here out of the timeout as the Knicks will inbound it. Spurs on top, 12-2. Hard trap to the backcourt. Will hand it off Jalen Brunson. Brunson bring it up, picked up by Castle. The bounce pass on the right side to Mikal Bridges. Bridges back to Brunson on the right wing. Brunson will get down to the baseline. Brunson to the block, lays it up in the paint, around no good. Robinson offensive rebound, goes back up, misses, gets his own offensive rebound, dribbled it off his foot. And it's going to be Knicks' ball, they'll say. Victor Wembanyama says no challenge there.
Right now you have 2 guys on the floor for the Knicks that are offensively challenging, Josh Hart and Mitchell Robinson. Robinson gets you in a bad way underneath. Go ahead and foul him.
Inbound to Anunoby, right corner 3, it's good. OG Anunoby had 28 points, playoff high in these NBA playoffs Monday night. Wembanyama up top, right side. Champagne with a backdoor cut. Victor between his legs goes to work on Robinson in the mid-range. Steps by Robinson, lays it up, around and in.
Oh, beautiful footwork there. Nice little up and under. Gets Robinson committing forward.
4 points for Wembanyama. Anunoby saves a turnover and the ball going into the Knicks bench. And he attacks the lane. He's fouled. On the reach, and it looked like by Devin Vassell.
Looked to me like he was passing that ball out. Trying to play a little game with the officials right now where he steps to the free throw line looked to me like he was looking to pass that ball.
And a foul be on De'Aaron Fox. That'll be Fox's first. That's the first Spurs foul of the game as the officiating crew gets together.
Oh boy, he's going to get away with it too. He had Mikal Bridges in the corner. That's where the ball was going.
A reach on Fox, and it'll put OG Anunoby at the free throw line. Anunoby's 85% of these playoffs, 66 to 77. Sean, against the Spurs in this series, he's averaging over 20 points a game, shooting 54% from the field.
He's a beast. Done a great job shooting the three ball. He's been there defensively. He's hard to keep off the glass. He's a big body. But every time he's penetrated, at least the other night and tonight, Victor's been in the vicinity.
Anunoby hits the first, one more free throw coming, makes the second. And it's a 14-7 lead. Spurs by 7, 8:26 to go first quarter.
That was a gift. Should have never been at the foul line.
Stephon Castle, left side picked up by Josh Hart. Wembanyama up top, Victor. Jab step, trying to brush off Robinson. Back to Castle on the left side. Castle, crossover between his legs, left elbow. Castle, step back, fadeaway jumper, short. Robinson with a rebound. Here come the Knicks. Brunson ahead to Hart. Hart attacking the lane. Lays it up on Champagnie. Count the basket and a foul. Josh Hart, an opportunity at the line, and just like that, the Knicks crowd right back in the game.
Thought that was a good contest there by Julian. I didn't see him swipe down. Maybe a little contact in the air. Pretty solid defense. Better finish from Josh Hart.
First foul by Julian. Second team foul against the Spurs. Not often, Sean, that Josh Hart's going to knock down 4 3-pointers in a game and lose if you're the New York Knicks. So the Knicks wasting a spectacular shooting performance from the other Villanova Wildcat on Monday night. Hart in this series averaging just 6 points a game and has struggled shooting 36%. But he completes the three-point play. And the Knicks back to within 4, 14-10. 4 minutes gone by. Boy, it feels like we've played already 20 minutes in this game.
Tell me about it.
Castle up top, screen Champagnie. Castle driving. Castle lobbing it up to Wembanyama, gets pushed in the back. And the foul will be on the floor. Foul on Josh Hart will be his first. The second team foul against the Knicks. Steph Castle will inbound to the far side.
Okay, I thought maybe Victor might get a couple free throws the way they treated Anunoby a couple possessions ago.
And the inbound to Julian Champagnie as he hands it off to Castle. Castle left side back to Champagnie. Champagnie spinning into the left elbow to Castle. 4 seconds to shoot. Castle with 3, with 2. Castle pulls up free throw line jumper, good.
Making something out of nothing right there. Not very good spacing on that possession. Steph Castle, though, going vertical with that mid-range shot that I love.
First points of the game for Steph in this series. Castle averaging 18 points against the Knicks. Up top, here's Bridges. Bridges, ball fake in the paint, spinning, cut off. 8 to shoot, Bridges. Fall away jumper over Castle, no good. Off the back heel, Steph with a rebound. We'll take it back the other way on the left side. Bounce pass, Wembanyama up top, right side, finding Dylan Harper just into the game. Harper between his legs. Harper going to work. Down to the block. Cut off around the horn. They go left corner, Vassell. Puts it to the floor. Back out top. Castle straight away 3. Yes, sir. But the ball movement phenomenal for the Spurs early once again.
Yeah, Steph Castle must love this backdrop here because he's shooting lights out from beyond the arc.
Castle is now 6 of 16 from downtown in this series. 19-10. Spurs back up by 9. Robinson to the left elbow with a handoff here to Josh Hart. Hart using the Robinson screen as he goes to work on Vassell. Gets it back out Brunson. Deep into the shot clock. Kick out right wing. Anunoby 3 on the way. No good. Off the front of the iron to the rebound taken by Champagnie. Out to the left side. Harper spots Vassell. Uncontested right wing 3. Got it. Devin Vassell dials up a first quarter 3.
Keep it on him.
22-10, 6:11 to go here in quarter 1.
All right, guys did a great job running the break that time.
Brunson, free throw line jumper, no good, but he's fouled on the way up. And he'll get a couple of free throws. Brunson is yet to score in this game, 6 minutes in. As the Spurs have jumped out to a 12-point lead once again. They're on an 8-0 run after the Knicks got it down to 4 at 14-10. Julian Champagnie to the bench. Keldon Johnson and De'Aaron Fox going to check in here momentarily. Meanwhile, for the Knicks, Landry Shamet coming off the bench. And with Karl Anthony Towns already in foul trouble as Brunson sinks the first free throw, they're going to have to go deeper into their bench with Ariel Hukporti is going to have to come get some minutes here in this first quarter, having not played since the conference finals against Cleveland. He's the third-year big man out of Germany.
If I'm not wrong, he hurt us in San Antonio during the regular season with his three-point shooting.
Oh, that was Mo Diarra.
Mo Diarra, that's who that was.
The free throw is good for Brunson.
Good correction, Dan.
Yes. Mo Diarra had knocked down about 7 3-pointers. Yeah.
Couldn't get that one past you.
22-12. Midway through this opening quarter. This is Fox up top of the ball. Bounce pass, Dylan Harper, right side. Harper, as he spins on Hart, back out to Wembanyama up top. Guarded by Hukporti, straight away three. Wee-wee! Victor Wembanyama drains his first three of the game. And off to a good start. BW's got 7.
He's done an excellent job of just mixing it up. He's not shooting a lot of three balls. Taking them at the right time.
Spurs their biggest lead of the game, 13, 25-12. 5:35 to go here in quarter one. Bridges with the ball. Screen from Hukporti to the left side. Weaving his way to the foul line. Pulls up top of the circle. Jumper's good. Mikal Bridges was virtually non-existent in game number 3. Only 2 points in his 29 minutes. And Wembanyama with the ball, and he'll pull up again over Hukporti. That one's no good. The rebound taken by Bridges as he hands to Brunson. Brunson picked up by Dylan Harper. Brunson moving down to the right corner, now watched by Keldon Johnson. Brunson going to work. Baseline cut off, forcing up a shot. Wembanyama knocked it away. And tips it out to De'Aaron Fox running the floor. Spots Johnson attacking, puts it up, puts it in. Keldon Johnson on the left side, finishing the play.
There was a forced shot there from Jalen Brunson along the baseline. Victor blows it up. Our guys are off and running.
First block of the Ledger block beater for Wembanyama. Brunson again to the paint, kick out Bridges. Left corner three's good. Mikal Bridges, who had 20 in game number 2. You know he could get going here, 27-17. He's just shooting 35% from the line here in these playoffs. Vassell spotting Harper. Right wing, Harper takes to the baseline. And a foul down on the floor will be whistled on Landry Shamet. It's 13th foul against the Knicks. And Luke Cornett will come in for Victor Wembanyama. Let's take 10 seconds for station identification. This is Spurs Radio.
News Radio 1200 WOAI, San Antonio's breaking news, traffic, and weather.
They changed the foul. Instead of Shamet, they'll call it on Ariel Hukporti. A little push into Victor, knocking him into Shamet. And Hukporti's minutes will come to an end. And the Knicks bring back Mitchell Robinson into the game, and they'll also bring back OG Anunoby into the game. And Deuce McBride will check in for the first time, too. McBride only played 9 minutes in game number 3. Spurs by 10, 27-17, 4:23 to go here in this opening quarter. Evan Vassell has knocked down 3 threes already in the game. Victor Wembanyama off to a 7-point start. Harper inbounding to Luke Cornett, handing it off right side. Evan Vassell, right elbow with it back to Fox. Fox between his legs, pulls up on Shamet, 3-ball on the way, is good. De'Aaron Fox knocks down the right wing 3. The Spurs 6 of 8 from downtown.
De'Aaron Fox looking good, and it helps when you get a couple free throws to start off the ball game, just to see the ball fall for you.
That's 5 for Fox. Left side with the ball here as Alvarado into the game, trying to lob one up there for Mitchell Robinson, and a foul on the floor.
Keldon Johnson comes all the way from the weak side to break up that lob. That's a good foul there. Instead of Mitchell Robinson getting a big dunk, gets the crowd off their feet, you make them earn 2 from the free throw line.
So Keldon will pick up the foul, and Mitchell Robinson to the line, where he is just 17 of 52 in these playoffs. Although in this series, Sean, he's 4 of 9.
Yeah. Is that better? I can't do the math. 17 of 52, 4 of 9.
And the line drive is right off that back heel and right back to him.
Right back to him. We used to say when you're in the gym shooting by yourself, you know when it's a perfect shot when that ball goes through and it comes right back to you. That wasn't a perfect shot.
17 of 52, 32%, and now 4 of 10. Robinson, 40%. Just to finish the thought. 30-17, 13-point lead. Second free throw for Robinson. Again, the line drive off the back heel, no good. Spurs with the rebound. Up by 13 here, still with 4 minutes to play. They've already got 30 on the board against the Knicks here in this first quarter. Dylan Harper, right side. Harper takes it down to the block, into the body of the defender. Lost it on the way up. Shamit will take it the other direction. Shamit, right side. Alvarado between his legs. Works it back out. Screen Robinson. Alvarado floating it up. Broken up by Luke Cornett. And Alvarado then ties up the Aaron Fox at a jump ball.
Two outstanding defensive plays on lobs to Mitchell Robinson. Luke Cornett kind of splits the difference, gets a good block there on the lob. Last time Kelvin Johnson with the foul and 2 misses from Mitchell Johnson from the free throw line.
I guess the question, and the Knicks fans are booing, is that how is a referee to determine what's a lob pass and what's a shot? Because if that's a shot,
that's a good point.
Because that would be a goaltending by Luke Cornett. But I don't know how officials determine what's a lob and what's a shot, frankly.
That is just a great point.
And we get a loose ball foul on the jump ball that's called against the Knicks. And the ball is going to go over against to the Spurs side. That's what the Knicks fans were upset about, is that Luke Cornett knocked that ball away as it was on its way down. And you can hear the Boo Birds out early. The Spurs up by 13, 30-17, 3:25 to go first quarter. Wembanyama up top, jab step pass Anunoby, puts it off the glass, no, gets his own rebound, taps it back in.
I thought he had that penetration earlier on in the ball game. Elected to go left the first time. This time it's the right move. A pull through all the way to the basket.
He's got 9. Spurs by 15. 3:05 to go. 32-17.
He's got to be careful there against Towns.
Towns just came back into the game during the last whistle. Alvarado out top. Anunoby with a step goes downhill, puts it up. No good, but a foul on the shot. OG Anunoby's going to go to the line. Towns, meanwhile, yelling at Courtney Kirkland, asking for where the foul was on the previous possession that you were talking about. Foul on Dylan Harper, his first, will send OG Anunoby to the line. The ref used suck chance, even though the Knicks are going to the free throw line for the 8th and 9th times here in this first quarter, I'd like to point out. The Spurs have only earned 2 free throws in this game.
It kind of doesn't make any sense.
First free throw for Anunoby is up and good. 6 points for Anunoby. But again, Sean, I mean, the way the Spurs have started these games in this series just really talks about their overall maturity as a group this season.
They're ready to go from the start. They get after you. They're ready. They're ready to weather the storm. They've done that in every single game so far, especially when you're out on the road. You know that the home crowd's going to try to pump up the home team, and our guys just continue to keep the fans in their seats.
Won the first 3 quarters in this series by 28 points. They're up by 13 as Anunoby makes a pair, 32-19. Castle with the basketball up top. Guarded by Mikal Bridges. Castle, Victor's direction, right side. Shot clock down to 9. Wembanyama handing off Dylan Harper. Harper guarded by Alvarado. Shot clock at 4. Harper rushing off Alvarado. Pull-up jumper's good for Dylan Harper.
He's too big in that mismatch. Alvarado can move his feet. Dylan Harper's just too big, able to stop on a dime and rise over the top of Alvarado.
First points of the game for D. Harp, who's averaging 15 in this series, going 7 rebounds. Towns sweeping through on Wembanyama. We got a whistle away from the ball. The defensive 3-second violation called on the Spurs. They caught Keldon Johnson napping in the lane. So Karl Anthony Towns will shoot the free throw. Towns got the first bucket of the game for the Knicks, but then picked up 2 fouls. One was on the initial drive of the game by Aaron Fox. Towns sinks the penalty shot. The other was on the overturned call, a defensive foul on Victor to an offensive foul for the clamp on Towns. Jalen Brunson back into the game here as Alvarado will have a seat.
Mitch is going to switch it up and have Keldon Johnson guarding Towns.
Yeah, that was effective in game number 3. Brunson will inbound it here to Towns. Give it back to Brunson. 2:13 to go here in the first. Brunson up top. Brunson has yet to score in from the field to the right corner. 3 ball on the way. McBride is off the front of the iron. And the rebound taken down by Devin Vassell. Spurs will flush it out to the left side. Here's Dylan Harper. Back up top. Castle. Return to D. Harper. Castle now as the Spurs will get into their offensive set here. 12 on the shot clock. Castle crossing up Brunson. Castle spinning, taking it down to the block. And a defensive 3 seconds on the other end called against the Knicks. These might be the first 2 defensive 3 seconds we've had in the series, and they've come on successive possessions here.
Or as we used to say back in the day, illegal defense.
Illegal defense, yes. So Devin Vassell goes to shoot. Penalty, and he knocks it down. 10 points for Devin Vassell. He's the first player in double figs, and Towns will leave for the final minute 50 likely of this first quarter. Robinson comes back in. So again, the substitution patterns now for Mike Brown all out of whack, trying to keep Karl Anthony Towns from picking up a 3rd foul in this first half.
Yeah, and he can't get any type of rhythm.
Basically eliminate his half entirely. Spurs the ball up by 15. Castle trying to spot Wembanyama, makes the catch down to the baseline, shovels to Potts, right corner 3 off the front of the iron. And the rebound taken by Shannon. Ahead to the right side, Brunson. He brings it back now, attacking on Dylan Harper, going to work. Brunson picking up the dribble. Kick it back out to Deuce McBride. McBride, free throw line, weaves his way to the left elbow. Castle all over him. Shot clock at 7. McBride to Shamit. Down to 4, down to 3. Shamit, pull-up jumper, right elbow, no good. Mitchell Robinson of the offensive rebound, knocked out of his hands, out of bounds by Champetti. It'll stay Knicks ball.
Excellent job early on in that possession by Dylan Harper to stay down on Jalen Brunson. Don't go for any ball fakes, forces him to pass the ball back out.
Boy, the Spurs have made Brunson's life miserable in this series. He is shooting 35%, 30 for 84. Shot clock at 9. Brunson, guarded by Wembanyama. Bounce pass up top. McBride, straightaway 3 on the way. Off the front of the rim, out of bounds. And the Knicks 2 of 5 from downtown. The Spurs 6 of 9. We'll have the ball here with 1:02 remaining in this first quarter. Spurs have missed just 7 field goals. They've got 8 assists on their 13 made field goals, shooting 65% in the ball game.
See if our guys can take advantage here, Dan, and continue to fatten up this lead.
Harper out of the game. And the Spurs starting 5 back in to close the quarter. Wembanyama guarded by Robinson out top. Victor, the ISO here against Robinson. Puts it to the floor. Wembanyama spinning down to the baseline. Lobs it off the glass for 2 more. Victor Wembanyama up to 11 first quarter points, 3 rebounds. And the Spurs by 17. And then an offensive foul called against the Knicks as Wembanyama gets knocked down by Mitchell Robinson.
Maybe the Knicks losing a little bit of their composure here.
They're going to take a look at it because Robinson's elbow came up in the face of Victor Wembanyama. So they're going to look to see
that's a flagrant 1.
Whether this gets upgraded to a flagrant penalty 1.
No question. Well, there was a lot of talk before the game.
Ruling on the floor of offensive foul on Robinson's under review to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant foul.
A lot of talk out there where fans and the Knicks felt like, hey, we got to come out and get physical, but you got to be smart about it. You have to realize that the officials are going to be looking for plays just like this last one here, and this is going to cost Mitchell Robinson. He's going to get a flagrant 1. It's an obvious intentional elbow to the neck and the head area.
That's what his dumbass get for listening to what's that dude on ESPN? You know,
all 3 of those on that hit right there.
Dodo brain. Good to see y'all.
It wasn't subtle.
Oh yeah, Stephen A. I think I know everything. That was his dumbass talking about being physical.
They were not happy that Victor
Don't let it backfire on you.
No foul against Jalen Brunson, which was, by the way, reviewed by the NBA over the last 48 hours to see if it would meet the criteria to be upgraded to a flagrant foul. It was not. They believe that probably in their mind that the Spurs may have gotten away with some things in game number 3.
If anything, Dan, that push down would have been called a technical. It wasn't like he was elbowing or throwing elbows above the head and neck area. It was right to not upgrade it. If it was called during the game, it would have probably just been a technical foul.
And so Zach Zarba, the headset off here as he talks to James Williams. The Spurs see if they get an additional free throw out of this.
After review, it's been deemed the forearm by Robinson above the neck to Wembanyama is unnecessary. There is impact and follow-through. Ruling on the floor has been upgraded to a flagrant foul, penalty 1.
So flagrant foul on Mitchell Robinson, like we discussed, unnecessary, like you said, and again going through the criteria that we are told that the officials have to look at: wind up, follow through, and impact. And so the Spurs will earn another opportunity at the foul line here.
And they'll get the ball back.
They will get the ball back as well. For the Knicks, that turnover is their 4th already of the first quarter. And maybe the best sign, Sean, is that the Spurs do not have a turnover at all in this opening 12 minutes.
Unbelievable.
Victor Wembanyama at the line. First free throw is good. And we'll get another one here. Wembanyama, 12 first quarter points, 3 rebounds and a block on the ledger block meter. Second free throw for Wembanyama, good. And the Spurs will get the ball. They are up 19. A dream start in game 4 here at Madison Square Garden. 39-20, 41.7 seconds remaining here in this opening quarter.
They're going to like to go with Jeremy Sohan on Victor Wembanyama.
Jeremy Sohan came into the game for the final 10 seconds of the first half in game 3. It's back into the game here now. Switched on to the Aaron Fox. Fox lobbing it up. Wembanyama taking the catch underneath, knocked away from him, out of bounds. Last touch by the Knicks. And the Spurs will keep possession here with 12 seconds on the shot clock. Sohan, who was released by the Spurs just before the All-Star break, signed with the Knicks after the break. Vassell, the baseline jumper is good for Devin Vassell, who's 4 of 4 in this first quarter for 12 points. And the Spurs have doubled up the Knicks, 41-20. Brunson, and a reach-in foul called on Stephon Castle.
And you can see Devin Vassell immediately goes to Stephon Castle, saying, hey, let's settle down a little bit. It's about having a feel for the game. You know, the Knicks are going to be desperate here. You don't want to commit any silly fouls.
And so Castle picks up his second, and that'll put Jalen Brunson at the free throw line. Just 2 points for Brunson in this first quarter, both coming from the free throw line. And his first free throw is good. I told you before the game, you know, one of the interesting notes on Brunson is that he had taken 44 more shots than the next closest teammate. He had taken 81 shots in the first 3 games of this series. Those are like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant type shot volume.
Right.
But Karl Anthony Towns had taken 37 shots.
That was the Knicks of last season.
Brunson makes a pair. 21-22. Shot clock is off. Spurs can hold for the final possession of the quarter. Aaron Fox walks it up here. Again, Jeremy Sohan with the task of guarding Victor Wembanyama. Sohan switched on to Fox now. Fox pulls up three-point line. Shot off the front of the iron. To the rebound taken by Anunoby. And he won't get the shot off before the end of the first quarter. But what a start, John, for the Spurs. They put a quarter-high 41 points on the Knicks in that opening 12. And they lead it by 19, 13 for Victor Wembanyama and a dozen for Devin Vassell.
Terrific job moving the basketball. Like you said, no turnovers. And how about stymieing the Knicks on the offensive end? 22 points for the Knicks. And that's been the key to our guys all year long on the road. They've brought the defense. It's traveled.
41-22, 12 minutes down, 36 to play. Spurs Radio. Game 4 of the NBA Finals from Madison Square Garden continues in a moment. Square Garden. Spurs on top, 41-22. Look at the Bet365 stats here after 12 minutes of play. Spurs missed just 8 field goals in that first quarter. 15-23, 65%, 6 of 10 from downtown. 9 assists on their 15 made field goals and no turnovers. 13 points for Victor Wembanyama, a dozen for Devin Vassell, including 3 3-pointers. Meanwhile, the Knicks just 5 of 17 in this game, 2 of 5 from behind the line. They did get to the free throw line 12 times, however, in that first quarter, but they struggled mightily from the field. 7 points for OG Anunoby to lead the way. Sean, they had 4 turnovers in that first quarter. And if you believe in numbers, and you know I do, the Spurs, who led by as many as 21 in that first quarter, they are 8-0 in these playoffs when leading by 20 or more.
Yeah, well, this is going to be a big quarter here. Let's see if our guys can keep their composure. And if the Knicks start to make a run, expect Mitch Johnson to come through with some early timeouts.
Spurs are now plus 47 in the opening quarter of this series. The Knicks are a plus 33 in the second quarter in this series. Karl Anthony Towns back in, kick out left wing Anunoby, 5 to shoot, puts it out top. Alvarado handing off to Shamet, back to Anunoby, left corner 3 is up, is good. OG Anunoby's really the only body going here for the Knicks right now. He's in double fakes with 10, 41-25. Dylan Harper to Julian Champagnie, Fox left corner 3 on the way, good. Aaron Fox is knocked down, back-to-back threes, and he's got 8 points.
What an answer.
He need to be doing something.
Fox all by himself.
Come on, Spurs.
First 7 for 11 from downtown. Fox has got 8. Towns tried to whip the pass in, broken up by Fox. Turnover is the 5th of the game against the Knicks. Harper with the ball, handing it back to Wembanyama, back to D. Harp, right side. Harper guarded by Anunoby as he lobs it into Victor. Victor backing it in on Alvarado, back out to Harper, left wing Champagnie into the corner for Fox. Still 6 seconds of the shot clock. Down to 5, down to 4. Fox step back 3. Got it! And the foul down low on Alvarado.
Bucket!
Wembanyama to the floor.
Bucket! Come on, De'Aaron. He need to step up.
Who are up 22 with 10:45 to go until halftime.
Catch your ass whipping early at home.
Their composure a little bit.
What's up, Perimeter?
They make a big shot. Our guys come back.
What's up to all y'all in the chat? I'm gonna give y'all a shout out in a minute.
From Alvarado.
It's Alvarado's second foul. And they'll put Victor Wembanyama on the line for the 6th 4-point play of this playoff run here for the Spurs. And they're going to review this as well, too. So a second review here to see whether this meets the criteria for a flagrant foul.
I don't think so. It's hard
Ruling
for a guy
a
like...
loose ball foul on Alvarado. The play is being reviewed to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant foul.
It's hard for a guy like Alvarado to get above the head and shoulder area of Victor Wembanyama, but it looked like he did try a little WWE takedown.
It's like a chop block almost, if you want to call it that. Alvarado at 6 feet, 179 pounds, so he's giving up quite a lot against Victor Wembanyama here. But our officiating crew taking a quick look at it to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant foul.
Also, that was a beautiful step back there from De'Aaron Fox. These are his last 2 3 balls, and he gets uncorked here. You just have...
He need to get uncorked. Gemini. That boy, Brent, Primitive, Brent, Primitive, all y'all. Hey, man, it's good to see y'all. It's good to see all 113 of y'all hearing my voice right now. Potoi, back to the background.
7 points more per game on the road than at home. Shooting the ball much better from the 3-point line on the road, almost 7 percentage points better. Those are not numbers you usually see for a young ball club going on the road in their first playoffs.
Right, because you can get comfortable at home. You can feel like, okay, we're at home. You have a little bit of slippage. You relax a little bit. You don't pay attention to detail quite as much. You rely on your home crowd to suck the energy out of the opposing team, and you forget that you got to go out there and do the work. Our guys don't have that mentality on the road.
The Spurs already have 10 assists on their 17 made field goals as the officials continue to take a lengthy look at it, which usually means at least there is some consideration here. Because if it was a quick summary and decision, you'd have a pretty good idea one way or the other. Here's Zach Zarba coming back to the microphone.
After review, the contact by Alvarado to Wembanyama does not rise to the level of a flagrant foul. Common foul stands after review.
So a common foul on Jose Alvarado, and it will be an M1 for Victor Wembanyama. Go back to the free throw line here. 22-point lead is the largest lead for any team in this series. And again, the Spurs 8-0 in these playoffs when leading by 20 or more. They were 31-1 in the regular season when leading by 20 or more. Only that game against the Denver Nuggets in March. The only other time this year that they had lost a 20-point lead. So Victor Wembanyama will go back to the free throw line. Victor 2-2 at the line, 13 points, 5 of 7, 3 rebounds, an assist, and a block as well. Free throw Wembanyama is good. And the Spurs as a team have started 6 of 6 from the strike. 48-25. Spurs put Carter Bryant into the game for the first time, joining Dylan Harper, De'Aaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama, and Julian Champagnie. And a foul out front called on Harper defending Jalen Brunson. It'll be Harper's first foul, first team foul against the Spurs. Carter Bryant with the task of defending Karl Anthony Towns now, keeping Victor allowed to roam in the paint. Brunson with the ball. Brunson. He'll step back into the baseline jumper over Champagnie, no good. And the rebound grab by Towns underneath, goes back up, lays it in. Count the basket and the foul. Foul be on Carter Bryant, and Towns will get an opportunity at an and one.
Well, that was the Karl Anthony Towns that we saw in games 1 and 2. Just had a terrible time keeping him off the offensive glass. He took his time, a lot of patience underneath to follow through with that one.
Meanwhile, Jalen Brunson is now 0-4 from the field here, as he has yet to really get going in this series. Yes, he's had 2 30-point games, but they have come, like we said, on tremendous shot volume. Free throw is good. Towns completes the 3-point play. The lead 20 once again, 48-28. Wembanyama bouncing off of Towns. Trying to set the screen here for Fox. Fox nearly fumbled it, gives it back to Champagnie and gets it back. 10 on the shot clock. De'Aaron left-hand dribble. Underneath spot Champagnie, right wing 3, pull-up jumper, no good. And the rebound controlled by Towns. Head to the left side, Brunson. Brunson attacking the paint, lays it up left hand for 2. And Brunson finally off the schneid from the field. 48-30. Fox to the ball, left side. Shannon defending him. Fox right-hand dribble. Below the left side, finding Harper. 3 on the way is good. Dylan Harper drains his first 3 of the game.
The young man just continues to play with so much poise. Not an easy shot. Had a defender in the vicinity. Makes a quick decision with it.
51-30. Brunson making it baseline. Pass Wembanyama underneath. Brunson will bring it back out. Whips it to McBride. Left wing 3 is up. Off the front of the rim. Rebound Wembanyama. Victor will play the outlet on the right side. Dylan Harper. Harp between his legs. Harper spinning, picks up the dribble. Right elbow, skips it to Bryant. Left corner 3 is up. Is good. Carter Bryant hits the strings from that left corner.
Yeah, much like he did in game 3. Hit his first 3 ball that he looked at. He's got to remain aggressive.
The Spurs are 10 of 15 from downtown in this game. They lead it by 24, 54-30, largest lead of the game. Brunson going up underneath. Fox puts it in. Trying to draw the contact in the M1. Brunson has made his last 2 from the field.
Good job by Fox to kind of sidestep Brunson there, not pick up the N1.
Champagnie straight away 3. Yes, sir! Man, the Spurs cannot miss. They are 11 of 16 from downtown in this first half.
They're doing a great job moving the basketball, Dan, taking care of it, and just dissecting this Knicks defense.
They are winning the 3-point line by 24 points so far in this first half. To the left corner, Anunoby attacking baseline, reverse layup. No good, but a foul underneath. Dylan Harper took a shot on that drive there from Anunoby. Harper picks up the foul. Second foul on him, 3rd team foul against the Spurs. And Fox and Wembanyama will check out. Castle back into the game with Luke Cornett. I'll say Anunoby not going up with the shot, but rather on the kick-out pass, unlike the last time.
It all evens itself out then.
And the Knicks going back to their bench here as Josh Hart back into the game with Mikal Bridges and Jordan Clarkson as well into the game for the first time. I got a great Spurs history note coming up here that is apropos to this day. I'll get to it when we have a moment here. But this is not the first time that the Spurs have had a lights-out shooting night on June the 10th. Jalen Brunson inbound to the left side. Shot clock at 14. Spurs by 25, 57-32. Bridges spots an open. Clarkson, right corner three on the way, in and out. Carter Bryant rips down the rebound.
Jordan Clarkson barely got in the ballgame. Hasn't had time to really get loose out there.
Castle, right-hand dribble the basketball. Crossing up hard. Castle takes it low, picks up the dribble. Out to Champagnie. Left wing three off the front of the rim. Rebound ripped down by Hart. Quick outlet to Clarkson. Clarkson going up on Champagnie. Puts it up, puts it in. First points of the game for Clarkson. 57-34. The other end, Carter Bryant finishing the alley-oop from Stephon Castle. It's a Methodist Healthcare dive.
How about that athleticism? That pass was thrown from half court.
59-34. CB's got 5 off the bench. Clarkson taking a baseline. Picks up the dribble, throws it out to Brunson. Right wing Bridges lets Carter Bryant fly by. Steps inside the line, jumper no good. Offensive rebound, Towns. Loose ball foul called on the Knicks.
That's on Towns.
That's on Towns. That'll be his third. He can't believe it. 7:31 to go until halftime, and that will likely end Towns' stay on the floor in this first half. Unless the Knicks look to challenge, but they've lost that opportunity. Robinson getting back up off the bench. Champagnie up top. He'll pull the trigger for three. Too strong. Rebound Clarkson. Bryant defending. Bryant just took it out of his hands. Takes it strong. Blocked to the rim by Towns. That was close to Towns picking up number 4. Brunson with the ball left side here for the Knicks. Spurs by 25. 59-34. Only 5 minutes gone in the second quarter. Brunson whips it right side, and a loose ball foul away from the play called on Luke Cornett.
The Knicks have lost their composure. Karl-Anthony Towns is battling to get across the key there, and when you're playing with 3 fouls, you can't leave it up to the officials. You can't leave any gray areas, and he's just throwing elbows and arms trying to get free.
Cornett picks up his first. That's 14th foul against the Spurs. It has been, to your point, very physical, but it's seemingly very physical and unnecessarily physical on one end of the floor. Brunson inbounding up top. Mitchell Robinson is back into the game for Towns. Back to Jalen Brunson, right side. Shot clock at 8. Pulls the trigger for 3, but before that, a foul on Devin Vassell out top. Brunson thought he was in the gather. So too did the Knicks bench and their fans. Now Zach Zarb is going to come over and discuss here. They're going to review to see if Brunson, who hit that three-pointer, was in the gather. Well, we've had a lot of reviews in this game.
Ruling on the floor is a foul on Cornett. The play is under review to see if the foul occurred prior or after the shooting motion of Brunson.
Okay, so the foul was actually away from the play on Luke Cornett.
Yeah, I was just looking at it on the monitor, and so I don't know if they were trying to hack of Robinson, which, looking at the...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see what they're trying to do. Yes, exactly what they were trying to do. Yeah, Cornett was just grabbing Mitchell Robinson. And again, the question was, did Jalen Brunson go into his upward motion? They'll take a look at it.
No. I mean, when I'm looking at it now, Dan, it looks like he starts to push him, and then Jalen Brunson goes into shooting motion.
After review, the illegal contact by Cornett came clearly prior to the upward shooting motion of Brunson. The basket doesn't count. Robinson will be on the line for 2 free throws as per the penalty.
Yes.
Okay. And that will come after the SWBC timeout. 59-34, 6:54 to play here until halftime. Spurs up 25 in New York. Spurs Radio. Game number 4 of the NBA Finals continues in a moment. 59-34. So I teased this before, Sean, our Spurs history tonight presented by Fanatics. It was 12 years ago to this day, game number 3 in Miami. The Spurs jumped out to a 41-25 lead in the opening quarter. They knocked down 10 of 12 shots in the first quarter. They shot an NBA Finals record 75% in the first half, going 25 for 33 en route to a 111-92 victory over the Miami Heat in Game 3. Coach Pop, after the game, said, I don't think we'll ever shoot 76% and a half again. Well, they're not at 76%, but they're at 63% here tonight.
Yeah, well, that team didn't have to shoot that well because they moved the ball. The rest of the series, they moved it so well, just dissected that Miami Heat ball club.
Mitchell Robinson missing the first free throw as he goes to the line. Yeah, that was really the beginning of the beautiful game, team.
That's some of the best basketball, if not the best basketball I've ever seen.
Spurs, of course, would go on to win game number 4 in Miami to come back to San Antonio with a 3-1 lead and win the series at Game 5. Robinson misses a pair, and the Spurs with the rebound, and Castle gets fouled in the backcourt by Jordan Clarkson.
And they commit that foul so they can get Mitchell Robinson off the court.
Ariel Huck-Porty comes back into the game. So Robinson is 0 of 4 at the line, and his inability to knock down free throws to the Hacker Robinson strategy, forcing Mike Brown's hand to take him out of the game, especially without the services of Carl Anthony Towns. Castle, high-low lob to Cornette. He's fouled underneath. Trying to go for that ball. That'll be the 4th team foul against the Knicks, and the Spurs will take it side out. You know, one thing I've learned in these playoffs is that when the ball gets thrown on these lobs, even it seems like when you go up and are trying to catch the ball, these fouls are always called on the floor.
Yeah.
They are not called in shooting motions.
Yeah, but that's the right call to make.
Yeah. Even when it looks like Victor is going up catching the ball, and the foul comes through to his hand like he's in a shooting motion, still always ends up being a foul on the floor. Pass from Castle picked off. Brunson will take it the other way. Stutter step lays it up and in. Step into the passing lane in front of Luke Cornette.
It's kind of a soft pass there. Jalen Brunson plays it perfectly.
Brunson's 3rd field goal this quarter. He's up to 10 points, 59-36. Champetti up top over to Castle, left wing side. 10 on the shot clock. Castle attacking. Castle goes up, blocking the rim by Huck-Porty. Trailing the play, Knicks with numbers. Brunson attacks, lays it up and in. And a quick timeout for Mitch Johnson.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was expecting, and that's what I was talking about. You might have a little spurt by the Knicks. Mitch is going to call timeout to kind of stem the momentum.
So a timeout for the Spurs. We'll take the SWBC break as well. 6:10 remaining until halftime. Spurs by 21. 59-38 Spurs Radio. Game 4 of the NBA Finals continues in a moment. Spurs win, you win the official playoff win giveaway thanks to our friends at Taco Palenque. Get a free Taco Palenque breakfast taco after every Spurs.
I definitely appreciate y'all hanging out with me.
Choose potato and egg or bean and cheese. It's available from 6 to 9 a.m.
Sorry about that.
Palenque locations in San Antonio, Austin, Laredo, El Paso, Eagle Pass, Corpus Christi, and the Rio Grande Valley. Use the code SPURSWIN. The Taco Palenque app or in-store. Limit 1 per guest per day. No purchase or game ticket necessary. Spurs on top, 59-38 here. 6:10 to go until halftime. So far in this second quarter, Spurs outscoring the Knicks, Sean, 18-16. But what has been the trend of this series so far has not repeated itself, at least through the first half of this quarter, where the Spurs have jumped out to a huge lead in the first, and the Knicks have stolen that momentum in the second.
Yeah, they just continue to stiff arm the Knicks, and they've done it by playing with a lot of composure, taking care of the basketball. Now, we did have that turnover by Steph Castle. Jalen Brunson gets an easy one, and you have a little bit of momentum going the Knicks' way. But I love the timeout there from Mitch Johnson just to get his guys regrouped, and hopefully you get back to expanding this lead.
Which, by the way, that was the first turnover of the game against the Spurs. So 17 minutes of basketball without a turnover on the road in Game 4 of the NBA Finals.
Pretty flawless.
Spurs with the basketball. Victor Wembanyama's back in the game. Keldon Johnson's in the game as well here, too. Pass deflected into the backcourt. Dylan Harper takes it, stumbles, gets back up. Shot clock at 90. Harp over to Wembanyama. Victor in the paint. Gets tied up by Hakordi. And a jump ball.
Now that was one dribble at most. Give it back to Dylan Harper for a wide open three. Don't try to dribble right into the teeth of the defense.
They're going to say Anunoby got the tie in first before Hakordi, so it'll be OG Anunoby who will jump it up with Victor Wembanyama. 5:53 to go until halftime. Spurs by 21. Wembanyama wins the tip. Tipped up, tipped up, tipped up. Grabbed by Keldon Johnson. Left wing Vassell for 3 on the way. Got it! Devin Vassell hits the strings. He's 4-4 from downtown.
Yeah, we've been talking about everybody else. Devin Vassell has been absolutely lights out.
15 for Vassell is a game high. And the Spurs back up by 24, 62-38. Brunson putting through the teeth of the defense, floating it up, around and out. The rebound, Dylan Harper. Harper with his second rebound of the game. Running the floor, hands to Wembanyama. Straight away, 3 on the way. Off the back iron to the rebound, Josh Hart. Johnson trailing the play. Knicks with numbers. Bridges, left wing, bounce pass. Anunoby in the corner. Fox, good recovery. Anunoby attacks, goes up, and he's all down by De'Aaron Fox.
I'm not sure Victor had the ball in his hands like he wanted to. Looked like that was the first rush 3 of the ball game for him. Let me get a little out of sorts on the defensive end of the floor, and Anunoby gets himself to the foul line again.
Foul on De'Aaron Fox will be his second, as OG Anunoby's gone to the line 4 times. 10 points here in this opening half. And again, the Knicks, these are their 16th and 17th free throws of the game. As Anunoby hits the first, the 4 misses, all courtesy of Mitchell Robinson. Again, Karl Anthony Towns just 8 first half minutes, limited by 3 personal fouls. And the Knicks will go small here as Robinson will come out. Jeremy Sohan's back in the game. Mike Brown forced to go really deep into his rotation here as Anunoby hits the second.
I'm sure you're going to see Sohan guarding Victor Wembanyama.
It'll need be the case. Fox turning the corner on Anunoby. Fox spinning, left elbow jumper, good. De'Aaron Fox has come alive here in Game 4 of the Finals.
I'm telling you, those 2 free throws to start off the ball game, you see the ball fall for you, get yourself a nice rhythm.
13 for Fox, 3 of the 5 starters in double figures for the Spurs. Sohan to his hands to Brunson. Brunson in the paint, splits through the defense. Ousted out of bounds, but it'll stay Knicks ball. Brunson thought he was earning a trip to the free throw line. He's got both arms waved up, wondering where the foul was. Brunson will take it out underneath. Could have called for an approximate foul. They did not elect to use the challenge.
I didn't really see one there.
Sohan out top. Backing into Wembanyama's got a fire with 1 second to shoot. The air ball's in. on the turnaround jumper, and good defense by Wembanyama, forcing a tough shot by Jeremy Sohan.
Yeah, if you look at the Knicks after every possession, they're putting their hands up. They're looking for calls. They're not getting them. You know, again, they're out of sorts.
Not dictating the game in any way. Meanwhile, the Spurs perimeter shooting has kept them at bay. Harper takes it strong, lays it up and in. Dylan Harper, another strong take to the hole.
And that was through Jeremy Sohan, no less.
66-40, largest lead of the game for the Spurs. 26, Anunoby. Free throw line, pulls up over Harper, jumper's good. Anunoby's got 14, a team high in the first half for the Knicks. 66-42, 4 minutes remaining until halftime. Harper right side. Harper, top Wembanyama, around to Fox, left wing. Fox crossing up Sohan, skips it out to Harper, right wing three on the way, got it. Dylan Harper drains yet another three, and the 13th made three of the half for the Spurs.
Boy, just again left wide open, beautiful cross-court pass, and a young man steps up there with no pressure on him whatsoever.
Franchise record in a playoff game for the Spurs from three is 18. Brunson misfiring on a three. Rebound controlled by Wembanyama, and then lost it out of bounds. And it'll stay Knicks basketball. By the way, in that victory by the Spurs in Miami 12 years ago to the date, they hit 16 threes in that game, and that at the time was an NBA Finals record. They got 13 right now here in the first half.
And looking at that replay on the Jumbotron, looked like the ball was off Mikal Bridges' legs.
Brunson, right corner three is up off the front of the rim. Rebound tipped out of Sohan's hands into the hands of Johnson. Keldon attacking, rushing off Bridges, lost the ball, ends up with Harper, lays it up, spinning, and puts it in.
He just stayed in the play, and it's the right place at the right time because of his effort getting down the floor.
And the Spurs up by 29, 71-42, under 3 minutes to play. Sohan with the ball. Off to Josh Hart to the left side, Hart. And a foul away from the
He
ball.
did say 29, if anybody think they misheard that.
You don't need though. You gotta continue
That is what he said.
with the lead. Don't give Jalen Brunson any unnecessary free throws. Make him earn them.
Foul whistled on Devin Vassell's his second, and put Jalen Brunson back to the free throw line as the Spurs over the limit.
That's a game 5 in Oklahoma City foul where we were fouling SGA 50 feet away from the basket. He's going to the free throw line without earning them.
First free throw for Brunson is good. And yeah, I would say other than the 13 personal fouls in this first quarter, or first half rather, this has been a pretty flawless half by the Silver and Black up to this point. 2:51 remaining until halftime, and the Spurs up by 28, 71-43. More subs coming back in here for the Knicks. Andrew Shaman will come back into the game. Shaman had a tough shooting game, Sean, in game number 3. He was just 1 of 7 from downtown, and has not been able to duplicate the success he found in San Antonio in the first 2 games of the series.
Our guys have made nice adjustments, and they're not falling asleep on the perimeter. There have been a few times where we run out to the wrong guy on the perimeter. You run out to a guy who's cold and allows the guy who's hot to get a wide open shot. That has not happened tonight.
Brunson, one more free throw. His second one is up and in and out. Brunson misses his first of the line and hit his first 5. Spurs control the rebound. Brunson 13 points, but again on an inefficient 4 of 11 shooting. Dylan Harper splits through the defense, spots Castle, left wing 3. Off the front of the rim, Wembanyama tips the rebound back out. Devin Vassell saves it for an extra possession. Victor with it back to the right side. Wembanyama, step, left wing 3 on the way. Off the front of the rim. Rebound taken by Hart, and a loose ball foul on Castle as his third. Is going to be more free throws.
Exactly, and that's where we got to be a little bit smarter there. Steph picks up his third. The Knicks go the length of the court with no time elapsing off the clock for free throws.
And of course, there is a belief in this Knicks locker room because of what they did in game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, the Spurs are a different beast than the Cavaliers, but Sean, the Knicks were down by 20 plus in the fourth quarter as Hart misses the first free throw and stormed all the way back in just over 7 minutes to tie the game, force overtime, and pretty much win the series in game number 1.
Well, they started to exploit the weak links on the defensive end for the Cavaliers.
And again, that's the difference, because
right.
I'm not sure there are weak links the way the Spurs have played defense this year.
I agree.
So to try to fight your way back from 30 down is going to be a very tall order, especially if you're missing free throws, as Hart misses the first. Second one, no good as well. So they've missed 2, but they come up with an offensive rebound. Brunson dialing up a left wing 3 is good. So it looked like they were going to get nothing out of that possession. It turns out they get 3.
Yeah. The last thing you want to do is give the Knicks any hope heading into the locker room. Close this half off in style.
71-46. Crowd trying to get back in the game. 2 minutes remaining. Fox spotting Champagny. Rising left corner 3. No good. Rebound Brunson to the right side.
Tough shot. Julian had to reach high above his head for that pass. Throws you out of rhythm.
Back to Anunoby. Driving. Picks up the dribble. Kick out. Hart. Throws it away. Vassell threw it into the backcourt. Brunson will take it. Shot clock resetting to 20. Brunson pulls up. Foul by Vassell. Yeah. Or by Kelvin Johnson.
Now we're starting to make those mistakes, Dan.
That's Keldon's second. And Brunson back to the free throw line. A chance of MVP as Brunson goes back to the line. He's got 16 here in the first half. Well, Brunson gets his first attempt up, and that's in and out. The narrative won't be that they didn't get the calls in game number 4.
They're getting to the free throw line. There's no question about that. I mean, our guys have shot 6 free throws here to 22.
22. Almost an exact reversal from the second half of game number 3.
The free throws are keeping the Knicks in the game.
They've missed 8 of them, though. Brunson splits the pair. 71-47. Minute 45 to go until halftime. As Fox walks it up the floor, he's picked up by Bridges. Left-hand dribble, Fox switching, giving it off to Devin Vassell. Right wing into the corner. Dylan Harper will come out back to Fox. Fox moving to his left, Victor rolling. Fox floating it up. Wembanyama tips it up to himself, puts it up and in with a right hand.
That's grown man basketball right there. Or dad in the backyard.
He took my phrase. That's grown man basketball right there.
19 for Brunson, 73-49. 73 seconds remaining in the first half. Fox walking it up the floor. Vassell setting the screen, switched on to Brunson. Fox sees the lane, Fox into the paint, kick out, Harper, right corner 3, yes sir! Dylan Harper drains his third 3.
Bro,
he's got 15.
Get some. Get some.
He was our best three-point shooter. He's brought his three-point shot to this one.
Back to a 27-point game, 76-49. Anunoby in the left corner between his legs, pull-up 3 over Wembanyama, an air ball. Rebound brought down by Devin Vassell with 40 seconds remaining until halftime.
See if our guys are going to try to push it, get 2 for 1 here.
Wembanyama, deep 3, pulls up, too strong.
Oh, that would have been a killer.
6 feet behind the line for that attempt. Here's Brunson, the other end, puts it up the left hand, left and short. Victor with a rebound. Spurs in hold for the final shot. Basically a half-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Fox with the ball. Dribbles at the logo. Shot clock at 10. Spurs by 27. Fox with 7, with 6, with 5, getting into action now into Brunson with 4, with 3. Fox making his move. Fox in the paint, floats it up left hand, no good. He got his own rebound, put it back up, and no good either. But the Spurs again in Madison Square Garden got off to a hot start, up 12-2, and never looked back, Sean, as they're up 27 at the break, 76-49.
Yeah, look, we could talk about the stars. De'Aaron Fox was absolutely phenomenal. Victor Wembanyama has a huge first half as well. But Dylan Harper and Devin Vassell with 15 apiece in that first half. Both those guys have been unbelievable from beyond the arc, making all the right decisions.
The Spurs 14 of 26 from the three-point line, shooting 60% in the first half, lead it by 27, 4 in double figures, 16 for Victor Wembanyama, and 15 apiece for Devin Vassell, Dylan Harper, and not to be outdone, De'Aaron Fox, 13 as well. Coming up at the half, Carl Schoening's got your halftime report. Take a look back at the first half scoring summary, stats, highlights, and analysis. Some news and notes from across the association as this NBA Finals has made a 180 turn in a heartbeat. That's for sure. We'll see what happens in the second half. All coming up with Carl. We return after these messages. 24 minutes down, 24 to play. This is Spurs Radio.
Appreciate y'all hanging out. Halftime, get some grub, have a beverage, have a smoke. Do it all responsibly. See you in about 10 or 15 minutes. Potoi.
Spurs off to a 10-2 start.
Devin Vassell with a big first half as part of a big half for multiple Spurs, where the San Antonio Spurs lead the New York Knicks 76-49 at the half. The Wu-Tang Clan is about to perform the halftime show from the Spurs Net Center. I'm Carl Schoening. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the Spurs Radio Network.
News Radio 1200 WOAI, San Antonio's breaking news, traffic, and weather.
Well, the Knicks fans are about to get a show put on them by the Wu-Tang Clan, and they also had a first-half show by the San Antonio Spurs. I'm going to get you some first-half stats and information as the San Antonio Spurs were scorching hot in that first half, as the Spurs are led by several players, but with a game high for San Antonio, 16 points from Victor Wembanyama. He leads the Spurs at least with 16 points in 21 minutes on 6 of 11 shooting from the field. He's the only Spur who didn't really get it going from deep. He was only 1 of 5. 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, an assist, and 2 blocks for Victor Wembanyama in that first half. Multiple players joining him in double figures, as 15 points from Devin Vassell in 20 minutes is done on 5 of 5 shooting from the field. He's 4 of 4 from behind the three-point line, and he made his only free throw. 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal for Devin Vassell. 13 points from De'Aaron Fox in 18 minutes. 4 of 8 from the field, 3 of 5 from behind the three-point line, 2 of 2 from the charity stripe, 6 assists, a rebound, and a steal for Swipa, as he had a great first half for the Spurs, orchestrating the offense. Off the bench for the Spurs, Dylan Harper with 15 points in 17 minutes. 6 of 7 from the field and 3 of 3 from behind the three-point line. 2 rebounds, 3 assists, no turnovers for Dylan Harper in that first half, as that'll do it for double-figure scores for the Spurs. Rounding out the starting lineup scoring, 5 points from Julian Champagnie on 2 of 6 shooting from the field and a made three-pointer. And 5 points for Steph Castle in 11 minutes, as he went 2 of 6 from the field and made a three-pointer as well. Castle also with 3 rebounds, 3 assists as well. Totals up, and 2 points for Kelvin Johnson, I should add, and 5 points for Carter Bryant off of the bench. Totals up to 76 points for the Spurs. San Antonio is scorching hot, 60% shooting from the field, 28 of 47 as a team. And from behind the three-point line, 54%. 14 made threes on 26 attempts. The Spurs absolute flamethrowers in that first half. San Antonio as a team got to the free throw line 6 times and made all 6 of their free throws. San Antonio had 18 assists on their 28 made field goals. On the other side for the New York Knicks, a game high from Jalen Brunson, who had 19 points in 21 minutes. 6 of 14 from the field on the shooting for Jalen Brunson. He made one of his 3 three-point attempts, and 6 of 8 from the charity stripe was Brunson as he helped the Knicks stay in the ballgame. 3 assists and 2 rebounds as well as 2 steals for Jalen Brunson in that first half. OG Anunoby also in double figures for the Knicks with 14 points in 21 minutes, 3 of 6 shooting from the field, 2 of 4 from on the three-point line, and 6 of 6 from the free throw line was OG Anunoby. That'll do it for double-figure scores for the New York Knicks. 6 points for Karl Anthony Towns, who only played 8 minutes due to being in foul trouble a good majority of that first half. 3 points from Josh Hart, 5 points from Mikal Bridges to round out the starting lineup scoring for the Knicks, and 2 points off of the bench, the only 2 points for the Knicks coming from Jordan Clarkson, as the Knicks have not gotten much of anything from their reserves. New York is shooting 41% from the field as a team, 15 of 37 overall, 4 of 12 from behind the three-point line. Their saving grace in that first half was getting to the free throw line 23 times as a team, and they didn't even convert all that well. 65% shooting from the free throw line, only 15 of 23 were the Knicks in that first half. They had 7 assists on their 15 made field goals. Checking out some other team numbers as the points in the paint has been all Spurs as well. 24-18, San Antonio leads paint scoring. In terms of second chance opportunities, the Spurs had 3 offensive rebounds that turned into only 2 points in their second chance scoring, while the Knicks had 6 offensive rebounds that translated to 9 points. In terms of turnovers, the Spurs doing a phenomenal job taking care of the basketball. 2 turnovers have only turned into 3 Knicks points, while the Knicks have turned the ball over 8 times, and the Spurs capitalizing for 14 points. The Knicks have not led in this ball game, and the Spurs had a lead as big as 29. In that first quarter, the Spurs outscored the Knicks 41-22, and in the second quarter, San Antonio outscores New York 35-27. As the bench scoring totaled up to 22 points for the Spurs and 2 points for the Knicks. And only one time was this game tied in the early goings of the ball game. Once again, the Spurs lead the Knicks 76-49. When we come back, I'll tell you what record the San Antonio Spurs broke in this first half, as the Spurs just absolutely hot shooting is your hint. And this is Spurs Radio.
Hey, my man fought through that, didn't he? I'm not going to lie. I thought maybe he was going to take a commercial break way before now. But he went a strong, that was easy 4 or 5 minutes. I'm sure. Anyway, damn, take a breath, bro. Commercial break. Goodness.
57-34. The other end, Carter Bryant finishing the alley-oop from Stephon Castle. It's a Methodist Healthcare dive.
Carter Bryant with an exciting dunk to cap off his 5 points in 5 minutes in the first half, where San Antonio outscored the New York Knicks 76-49, a 27-point lead for the Spurs in Game 4 of this NBA Finals. And this one comes from Jordan Hallenstein from Spurs PR. Spurs 14 made three-pointers is the most in any half in NBA Finals history. Previously, 13 held by the Cavs in the first half of the 2017 Game 4 of the Finals. So congratulations to the San Antonio Spurs, but they cannot let up as they only want to make sure that they have a 2-2 tie heading back into San Antonio for Game 5. Still 24 minutes of action to play. 76-49 your score at the half. The Spurs lead the Knicks. Dan Weiss and Sean Elliott rejoin us when we come back on Spurs Radio. Spurs Radio continues in a moment.
Points in the finals. It is the third highest scoring half in the finals. It comes, like I said, 12 years to the day that the Spurs scored 71 in the first half in Game 3 in Miami, and there were just so many similarities. I remember being in that arena watching that game. The ball movement, phenomenal that night, and tonight as well, the Spurs just shooting the ball with tremendous confidence.
Well, they've done a great job moving it, sharing the basketball, finding the open man, and a lot of these three balls, I mean, there was a De'Aaron Fox step back, that was a difficult three, but most of them, when you look at them, Dan, they've been wide open shots, they've been breakdowns by the Knicks on the defensive end of the floor, and our guys have been there to take full advantage.
The 14 threes in a half is an NBA Finals record. And oftentimes in this league, in this era, Coach Pop used to say it all the time, go to the locker room at the end of the night, look at the box score and see who made more three-pointers. Yeah. That's usually who would win the basketball game.
Yeah, it's really weird because that wasn't the case way back in my day, right?
I believe, actually, we got a great note that The Spurs made 6 3-pointers in the first quarter, and that was the most 3-pointers that you guys made in any game in the series in 1999.
Is that right?
Yes, that is correct. So we start the second half. Spurs by 27, moving right to left across the radio. Alongside our on-site engineer Peter Schrager, statistician Lamar Wilkerson, Sean Elliott. I'm Dan Weiss. Thanks for joining us. See what can the Knicks do in this second half. Karl Anthony Towns back out there with 3 fouls. Skip pass to the right corner. Anunoby putting it to the floor. Shot clock at 2. Pull-up jumper from the right elbow short. Offensive rebound momentarily for Hart, but he lost it on the neck. And the Spurs will take it the other direction.
That's a great closeout there from De'Aaron Fox, and now allow Anunoby a wide open 3.
Fox, skip pass. Vassell, right wing 3. And his first miss of the night, and the rebound pinballs around out of bounds off Victor Wembanyama.
Crucial minutes here, Dan. You don't want to allow the Knicks to find any kind of life and get themselves back in this ball game. And secondly, don't fall for all the physicality and the foul baiting. You know they're going to come at you hard. Don't get caught retaliating.
Evan Vassell knocked down his first 5 field goals in his first 4 threes. Brunson kick out hard. Skip pass right wing Anunoby 3 is good. That's his 3rd 3 in the game. 76-52. First points of the second half belong to the Knicks. Still got 24 minutes to play here to seal the job. Castle lobs it up. Wembanyama skies for the catch. Puts it up no good off the window. Knicks with numbers. Anunoby up the floor. And it knocked away by Champagnie. Vassell keeps it alive before it goes out of bounds. And the Spurs push up the floor. Wembanyama the catch. Right corner 3 on the way. Wee-wee. Victor Wembanyama, that is a dagger.
Bucket.
Right corner.
That is
Get
a
some.
5-point swing there. Looked like Anunoby has himself a layup. Great hands from Julian Champagnie. Our guys turn defense into offense, and Victor gets a wide open 3 in that corner.
Wembanyama up to 19, 79-52. Hart hands it off right wing into the corner. Here's Bridges attacking. Fall-away jumper over Victor, and air ball. That will not show up in the box score, Sean, but I mean, that is what he's done all year. And then Castle, all for the offensive foul. As he leans into Jalen Brunson, it'll be 4 on Steph.
And you have to know, again, going into the second half, the Knicks are going to try to foul bait. They're going to fall. They've been flailing the entire ball game. Any kind of off arm is going to get you in deep or serious trouble.
That's Jalen Brunson's second charge that he's drawn in these playoffs, both of which have come in the finals. The guy who led the NBA drawing 29 charges this season. And Castle will have to come out with the 4 fouls. It'll be Keldon Johnson who will come onto the floor here. Aaron Fox, the lone ball handler here for the Spurs. Bridges will bring it up the floor, 79-52. Spurs by 27. Each team with a 3 here in the second half. Karl Anthony Towns pulling his way to the bucket, and it's knocked out of bounds by Julian Champagnie. Off of Towns, it'll go back over to the Spurs.
Hey, Julian with 2 nice defensive plays using his hands.
Fox brings it up the floor, left side. Gets it off here to Vassell, puts it to the floor. Vassell, free throw line, kick out back to De'Aaron. Crossing up his man Anunoby. Pull-up jumper is around and good for De'Aaron Fox. His best game of the final, Sean, with 15.
Yeah, it looked like he had a lane to the basket there, puts on the brakes, and creates enough space to get that mid-range jumper off.
Spurs have matched their largest lead of the game, 29, 81-52. And a foul called on Victor Wembanyama as he knocks down Karl Anthony Towns. Gave him a couple of love taps as well, too. And I think it's more of a show of sportsmanship after, as they're going to take a look at this. Yeah, an elbow up into the face of Karl Anthony Towns. I don't think he meant to do that. But
no, there's no wind-up. There's going to be no reason to review this. He's just trying to swim his arm over the top of Towns.
And he does catch him above the neck. Towns.
Ruling on the floor of a defensive foul on Wembanyama is under review to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant foul.
So Victor Wembanyama will pick up his second personal foul. And, well, one thing we haven't been shortchanged of is video reviews here in tonight's game, Sean.
Somewhere, Charles Oakley, Rick Mahorn, Bill Lambier, Larry Bird, they're looking at this and they're frowning.
Of course, back in your day, they did not do any video review. They just made the call and they moved along one way or the other. Now everything is scrutinized and the third review to see whether a foul rises to the criteria of a flagrant penalty.
You also have very dramatic responses to every foul. I mean, yeah, Karl-Anthony Towns got clipped in the chin without question there, but his reaction, the way he flips his head back and sells it, you know, then you got to go back and look at it.
Yeah, and again, Victor afterwards.
That's the way anybody would do when you get hit in the chin. Whether you punched, even if you barely hit, you always gonna kind of put your head. That's your natural reaction. I don't think it's a part of selling it. He got hit pretty good in the chin. That was a good elbow.
Just underway here.
Not a lot of meat in the chin area.
You just think about.
You know what I mean?
And this is not the first time this has happened in the postseason, but the Spurs have just had a penchant for coming out and throwing haymakers at really some of the most opportune times over the course of the postseason and, frankly, the regular season for that matter.
Yeah, and it still shocks me and surprises me for a young ball club to kind of take.
After review, it's going to be the elbow of Wembanyama makes unnecessary contact to the chin of Towns. This rises to the level of a flagrant foul, penalty 1.
So it is a flagrant penalty 1 on Victor Wembanyama.
Well, I didn't think it was.
There'll be 2 free throws and the ball here for the Knicks.
And this is what I talked about just a few minutes ago, Dan. You can't get caught up in the retaliatory fouls or any kind of gray area where you could get a flagrant 1, any kind of foul that could cost you down the line. And our guys know that the Knicks are going to flail. They were begging for fouls the entire first half. They're going to come at you. They're desperate. They're going to try to get physical early on. And it's always the second guy that gets caught.
So Towns goes to the line, and he's frankly been the centerpiece of tonight's game because this game started as Towns makes the first free throw. With Towns getting the first shot for the Knicks, and clearly the plan was to get Karl-Anthony Towns involved in the game after really having limited impact in game number 3. But he picked up a foul in the opening drive by De'Aaron Fox, and then a defensive foul on Victor Wembanyama 2 possessions later was changed to an offensive foul on Towns. He was saddled with 2 fouls, and he was already out of the game, and the game plan was gone for Mike Brown.
Right, so now he's trying to work himself back into the game plan. He gets 2 free throws here early on to start off the third quarter, so that just might get him going. Couldn't establish himself and get any type of rhythm there in the first half.
He's played 10 minutes. He's got 8 points, 4 of them from the line, 81-54. Towns, look at the catch. Keldon Johnson guarding him. Back to Brunson. Good look at a left wing 3 is no good. And the rebound tipped into the hands of Wembanyama. And the tough shooting for Brunson continues. 6 of 15 from the field and 1 of 4 from downtown. Box between his legs, crossing up Anunoby. Nice little step back. Out of his hands to Vassell. Weaves into the paint. Vassell to Victor. Touch pass over to Johnson. Goes up strong. Lays it up around. No good. Keldon finding his own rebound. Puts it back up. No good. Way at 3 cracks at it. Great hustle on the glass for Keldon. Hart. Pocket pass underneath. Anunoby with a slam. Anunoby up to 19. That's Jalen Brunson with the team high. Champagny left wing 3 off the mark. Towns with the rebound. You get a couple of plays at one end. You get a stop at the other. Here come the Knicks. Anunoby attacking, kick out left corner. Bridges turns the corner into the paint. Bridges brings it back, hands to Brunson right side. Brunson pull up right wing 3, good. His first 3 of the game. Timeout. Mitch Johnson.
Fuck it. It's on the way. Hey, it's on the way. It's on the way. Can the Spurs withstand it? Because it's on the way. That's all I'm saying. It's on the way.
Coming back the opposite direction. They're on a little bit of a roll now. I like the timeout. Get your guys settled down. Execute coming out of this timeout. Get a score and try to regain some of that momentum.
It's a 7-0 run for the Knicks. We'll take an SWBC timeout. 8:23 to go third quarter. Spurs up 81-59. Spurs Radio. Game 4 of the NBA Finals from New York continues.
Got a good game going on. Potoi. Commercial break.
For white hot. I mean white hot in the first half, shooting almost 60%. Still at 54%, 15 of 29 from downtown in this game. 20 assists on their 30 made field goals. 6 steals and a couple of blocks on the Ledger block meter. 3 of the 5 starters in double figures, led by 19 from Victor Wembanyama, and 15 apiece for Dylan Harper, De'Aaron Fox, and Devin Vassell. The Knicks trying to shoot their way back into this one. 41% from the field and 6 of 15 from behind the line. They've got a game-high 22 from Jalen Brunson, 19 for OG Anunoby. So the Spurs will inbound the ball here. Keldon Johnson, Dylan Harper, De'Aaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama, and Devin Vassell on the floor. Again, remember, Steph Castle picked up an early foul here in the third quarter, so he's on the bench with 4. Dylan Harper with a bounce pass off of the right side. Aaron Fox trapped over at midcourt, gets it out of his hands to Vassell. Out top, Wembanyama. 6 to shoot, shovels back to Fox. Fox moves to the right elbow. Fox kicks it to Harper. Left wing 3, too strong. Rebound taken down by Towns. Towns with his 5th board. Here come the Knicks with Brunson. Right side picked up by Keldon Johnson. Nearly lost the ball. Brunson gets it back. Brunson going to work into the paint. Little ball fake, little step back right elbow jumper. Left it short. And the rebound to D. Harper. Harper will take it back into the front court as he hands to Wembanyama. Right side of Vassell. Evan gives it back to Victor out beyond the arc. And he hands to Fox. De'Aaron with 10 to shoot. Moves to his right, switched on to Towns. Pocket pass. A bad one. And it's up in the hands of Brunson. His bounce pass kicked like he's going to the World Cup by Victor Wembanyama into the front row.
That was a save there. No question about it.
Kick save and a beauty, they would say, for Henrik Lundqvist in these parts for many years.
Anunoby maybe had an easy layup. Devin Vassell hustling to get back in that play. Maybe he comes up with a steal, but I like the save from Victor.
Longtime Hall of Fame goaltender Henrik Lundqvist for the New York Rangers, matriculating in this building for so many years, and a big-time Knicks fan. Inbounded to Towns, attacking on the baseline, puts it up, no good. Fell off the rim, grabbed by Wembanyama. Victor brings it up the floor himself, shovels it off to Harper, right side, guarded by Brunson. D. Harp, left-hand dribble, back into the hands of Devin, rising, left wing 3 on the way, no good. Rebound ripped down by Towns. Brunson quickly ahead, Bridges back out to Towns. Towns has yet to attempt the 3. Right side finds Anunoby. His 3's good. And the Knicks are back within 20.
Bucket! That was a big bucket.
81-62. That three-point shot, the great equalizer. Gets you back in the game in a hurry.
Anunoby was left wide open. Victor was lurking in the paint, trying to impede any penetration. That left Anunoby all by himself in the corner.
10-0 run for the Knicks, 81-62. Fox spots Johnson, left corner three on the way. Off the back of the iron, rebound taken by Jalen Brunson. Brunson back into the front court. Brunson cutting baseline, weaves to the right block. Kicks it back out. Anunoby's had the hot hand. Hands to Bridges. Bridges moves into the lane. Fall away jumper. No good. Rebound Devin Vassell. Fox who tapped it back to Devin, and now Devin will give it back to Fox. Up. Ellen Harper. Right side. Wembanyama. Back to D. Harp. Left hand dribble. Shot clock 13. Harper between his legs. Harper nearly lost it. Recovers. Gives to Fox. Plenty of time. Shot clock at 7. Down to 6. Down to 5. De'Aaron out above the line. De'Aaron will step back over Hart. 3 on the way. Fell short. Towns to the rebound. Spurs have missed their last 5 from the field.
We've gotten 2 or 3 good shots, Dan, in this quarter. We've made 1.
Jalen Brunson now guarded by Victor. Brunson brings it back out. Shot clock at 10. Hands to Anunoby. Back into the hands of Brunson. Brunson moves to his left in the paint. Picks it up to Anunoby with 4 to shoot. To Hart with 3 with 2. Spotting Bridges in the corner. 3 on the way. No good. And the rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Spurs. And the Knicks get an extra possession. Last touch by Aaron Fox off the fingertips and out of bounds. Fox will come out. Castle's back in. Champagnie will come back in for Keldon Johnson. Jose Alvarado back into the game for the Knicks. As is Landry Shamet. Bridges and Anunoby will get a breather. Here comes Luke Cornett back into the game. Give Victor Wembanyama a quick breather here.
Appreciate y'all hanging out with me. There's a lot of y'all out there tonight. I definitely appreciate it. What's up, Satellite?
Knicks on a 10-0 run. The lead is 19. Inbounded to Hart up top. Straight away 3 on the way is good. Josh Hart with 4 of them in game.
Bucket!
It's his first.
I'm waiting on this fool to make some shots. He at home. Where are the threes at, Joshua?
And the Garden's alive once again. Dylan Harper attacking the bucket. Harper looking, he threw it away underneath. Taken away by Josh Hart. Racing up the floor. Spotting Shamet left corner 3. That's no good. An offensive rebound, however, but a loose ball foul is going to be called underneath on Luke Cornett. Trying to box out Josh Hart. And Cornett will pick up his 3rd foul. Probably a break for the Spurs, Sean.
Yeah.
Actually stops the play.
Yeah, Towns was stepping into a 3 ball there.
5:04 remaining 3rd quarter. A 13-0 run for the Knicks has cut a 29-point Spurs lead to 16. And again, the Garden alive once again. Brunson with the ball. Calling for the isolation here against Champagnie. Screen coming from Alvarado. Bounce pass to Alvarado here. He'll pull up for 3 with 3 seconds of the shot clock. Barely grazed the side of the rim. And it's brought down by Devin Vassell.
Our guys need something here to stop the bleeding.
Castle picks it up left side. Castle picks up the dribble up top. Over to Champagnie. Back to Steph. To the floor against Hart attacking. Castle pull-up jumper. No good, but a foul on Josh Hart will send Stephon Castle to the free throw line. Second foul on Hart, and the first foul against the Knicks here in this 3rd quarter. For only the 7th and 8th time of the game, John, the Spurs have stepped to the free throw line. Stephon Castle.
I don't think the Knicks fans can complain about free throws in this one.
Castle makes the first. Steph Castle, 6 points as Victor comes right back into the game for Luke Cornett. Devin Vassell directing traffic there out top. Castle hit 2 huge free throws, Sean, in the closing seconds of game number 3. Stepped to the line after he got fouled in what was a 3-point game, made a pair of free throws to make it a 2-possession game.
Well, the way it's going right now, we might have to make some more.
Castle makes a pair. That snaps a 13-0 run. And the Spurs only 5 points, making 7 points here in this third quarter. Alvarado gets loose in the paint, kick out back to Hart, left wing three. That's way too strong. Wemby tips the rebound up to himself and secures it. Victor grabs his 8th rebound of the game to go with his 19. Castle. Between his legs, back out top, Dylan Harper. Harper right side, lane parts, Harper takes it strong, no, but a foul. That should be on Towns, that'll be his 4th.
That was set up because Victor looks like he's going to set a screen. He slips it, takes Karl-Anthony Towns with him, and it's a beautiful rip through there from Dylan Harper going right. He gets all the way to the rim.
So the Spurs get right back to the free throw line. More importantly, they draw a 4th foul on Karl-Anthony Towns. We kind of foreshadowed this at the start of the game and saying that Karl-Anthony Towns had stayed out of foul trouble in the first 3 games of this series.
You did say that. You jinxed him.
Yeah.
It was you.
I will take all the credit for that one. Towns has had a penchant for getting into foul trouble. As OG Anunoby and Mitchell Robinson will check back in. Towns and Hart will have a seat. Dylan Harper making the first free throw. 1 more for him. Harper, another fine night tonight. 6 of 8 shooting, 16 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. He's knocked down 3 threes. After a rather uncharacteristically tough shooting night in game number 3, which we haven't seen very often from Dylan Harper, especially in these playoffs as he makes it pay. Putting that one to bed pretty early here tonight. Spurs right back up by 20 after 4 free throws. 85-65. Once again, the Garden back to a slow dip. Here's Brunson, right side with the basketball. Shot clock at 6. Brunson gonna lob it up. As he throws it up, he throws it in. Count the basket and the foul. And 1 for Jalen Brunson coming up.
They're going to come over there and double him. You can't allow him to split 2 defenders. Dylan Harper trying to get back into play. And Jalen Brunson just creates the contact, kind of jumps right back into him and makes a miraculous shot.
Harper picks up his 3rd. 13th foul against the Spurs. And Brunson able to complete the 3-point play the old-fashioned way. 25 for Brunson. He's 7 of 9 at the line. Again, the Knicks have expended a lot of energy to get back to this point, a 17-point game.
Yeah, and the way you put them on ice is you meet that challenge and push that lead right back up to 25.
Harper baseline bouncing off Anunoby. Fall-away jumper good for Dylan Harper. Unbelievable performance again for the 20-year-old.
Well, we talk about how strong he is. Able to create that contact, back the defense up, and find a lot of space along the baseline.
19 off the bench. That's the Spurs lead. Anunoby loses it on the way up, out of bounds. Last touch by the Spurs. And the ball is going to stay with the Knicks. Spurs who won a crucial early challenge in this game.
That was off on Anunoby.
Yeah, the Spurs not going to challenge.
That was off his shoulder.
Inbounded quickly. Here's Brunson back with the ball up top. Screen Robinson. Brunson keeping Harper at bay. Right elbow jumper is good. Jalen Brunson now with 27. 87-70 coming up on 3 minutes remaining, 3rd quarter. Dylan Harper. Step back 3 is up. Is an air ball. Smiles. I think he knows he might have rushed that one a little bit. Especially when you talk about managing the game. And as we've talked about managing the game, especially when you have a big lead and you know everybody can make a run in this league. Like we said, crucial minutes.
You have to be even more demonstrative. You have to be more efficient on the offensive end of the floor. You know, young teams get the lead and then they relax. They feel like, okay, it's okay to take this shot, even though it's not a good one. When you're building that lead, you can't forget that you get there because you're methodical in your approach. You're making the extra passes. You're getting good shots. When you get the lead, you got to continue that mindset. You can't all of a sudden say, okay, I got a shot, I might as well take this, or this isn't a good one, but we got a 25-point lead. You can't have that mindset. You want to continue to build and try to push it to 30.
Knicks have won the 3rd quarter by 10. Spurs, though, still lead it by 17. 87-70. We take it to the SWBC timeout. Spurs Radio, Game 4 of the NBA Finals, continues in a moment.
I definitely appreciate y'all hanging out with me Wednesday night. We got a good game going on. Potoi. Commercial break.
third quarter. Spurs lead is 17, 87-70. Hey, the playoffs are here. The official gear is on sale now. You get game ready with exclusive Spurs playoff merch available at both fan shop locations, playoff pop-up, and online. Go to spurs.com/playoffs for locations and the collection. Again, here in this third quarter right now, the Knicks winning this third quarter by the count of 21-11. 87-70 as they've trimmed what was a 27-point halftime lead and a 29-point lead at one point in this third quarter, down to 17. They'll have the basketball here. The Spurs send out De'Aaron Fox, Devin Vassell, Julian Champagnie, Stephon Castle, and Victor Wembanyama. Again, Steph playing with those 4 fouls.
Let's get back to that first half type of basketball we saw, Dan, where you're demonstrative on the offensive end of the floor. Good job contesting on the defensive end and not turning the ball over.
Knicks on an 18-6 run. Spurs are 1 for their last 10. And Brunson runs the alley-oop lob, and Mitchell Robinson finishes at the other end. Mitchell Robinson, his first points of the game, and Jalen Brunson with his 5th dime. 87-72, 2.5 minutes to play. Nearly a steal for Shamet. Ball out of the hands of Castle. Castle, kick out, Fox, uncontested left wing 3. No good. Castle offensive rebound. Kicks it back out to Wemby, rising right wing 3. That's too strong. Another offensive board for Fox. Back to Wemby, reloading. Again, no good. And secured by Robinson.
Three balls going cold for our guys here in the second half.
Spurs 1 for their last 13 from the field. Brunson trying to whip that pass in the corner, deflected. And Champagnie gets it back from Castle, lays it up, no good. Wemby there to tip it up, no, but a foul.
Yeah, there's a lid on this side of the floor. Julian's ball comes in and out. Victor missed 2 threes in a row. You figure he's going to make one of those. And Victor with the offensive tip there, and that ball still doesn't fall.
And the foul is on Jordan Clarkson. That'll be his 3rd personal. And the Spurs will inbound. 87-72. Castle. Left side. Castle using the Victor screen. Kick out Vassell. Right wing 3. Yes, sir! Devin Vassell hits the strings. His 5th 3 of the night.
So big bucket.
Humongous bucket there.
Yes, sir.
With a lot of confidence.
90-72. 95 seconds to go, third quarter. Landry Shamet. Kicks it to Clarkson, back to Shamet, around the horn, Brunson. Left side attacking the paint. Back to Clarkson, fumbled it away, got it back. 4 to shoot. Clarkson steps around, has got to force it up, and in and out. And Wembanyama secures the rebound. Victor's 9th board. 90-72. Oh, that pass. Castle wasn't looking for it, and Fox threw it out of bounds.
I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Our attention to detail has not been there here in the second half.
Spurs, 6th turnover. Brunson. 4 turnovers here in the third quarter against the Spurs. Zamanobi gets it now, the right elbow. Step back 3 from the right side, and it'll get the friendly roll. And it's a 15-point game, 90-75. 45 seconds remaining here in the third. The Knicks have got some belief in him. So does this crowd.
We've given them life.
Fox, 6 to shoot. Fox attacking Brunson. Dribbled it off his foot. Yes, out of bounds. And the ball will go back over to the Knicks. 5 turnovers in the quarter against the Spurs. They kicked it with his right foot as he dribbled it down attacking Brunson. It went right through the wickets of Landry Shamet. And 33 seconds remaining here in this third quarter.
Landry Shamet steps in there as a help defender. The ball immediately has got to be in the corner. Looked like maybe De'Aaron was going to go into his patented little spin move and step back.
The hands of Brunson here. 9-second difference. Game clock at the shot clock. Shot clock at 15. The game clock 24. Brunson with the ball dribble left The logo as he moves to his left pocket pass. Anunoby had it stripped out of his hands. Picked up on the deck by Towns. Back up top, Clarkson. Forward to shoot. His kick out pass broken up by Dylan Harper. And the Spurs will get the last possession. 8 seconds remaining in the quarter. Fox quickly back to Wemby. Up top behind his back between his legs. 2 to shoot. Victor, pull-up jumper. Doesn't get the roll. That's how the third quarter comes to an end. A quarter that the Knicks end up winning by 12. After the Spurs led by as many as 29 in this third. It's a 15-point game, Sean, as we go to the fourth.
Sloppy and undisciplined there on the offensive end in this third quarter. Plain and simple. I want to say I counted 4 or 5 good shots that we had there, and we made 2 of them. And so our guys have got to get back to moving it, being crisp with your passes, sharp, no lazy cross-court passes. Saw 2 of those there in that third quarter alone, where in the first half we did a great job of taking care of the ball.
Lowest scoring quarter of the finals, Sean, for the Spurs, 14 points. They get outscored 26-14, lead at 90-75. 36 minutes down, 12 to play. Spurs Radio, Game 4 of the NBA Finals continues in a moment. Fourth quarter we go. The Spurs, who led it by 26 at the half, which, by the way, Sean, was the largest lead for a road team at the half in NBA Finals history. That lead is down to 15 after the Knicks outscored the Spurs 26-14 in that third quarter.
Yeah, we looked like we were comfortable with that big lead and just played undisciplined basketball on both ends of the floor in that third quarter.
The Spurs were just 4 of 20 from the field in that third quarter, 2 of 12 from behind the line. And not like the Knicks shot all that better, still shooting 41% for the game as the Spurs have dipped below 50% overall. A hot shooting first half for the Spurs, carrying him to this point now with a 15-point lead as we go to the fourth quarter. Spurs with the basketball as they move right to left across your radio dial in a very crucial next 12 minutes. Victor Wembanyama, top of the circle, attacking the basket, and it knocked away by Mitchell Robinson. Jalen Brunson unable to save it before it goes out of bounds. Brunson will get back up. The Spurs will have 11 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Robinson swatting that one out of bounds.
Inbound that immediately. That was a good save there by Brunson.
Harper inbounding and deflected out by Robinson.
No sense of urgency on our side right now, Dan. We've got to come strongly to the ball, protect passing lanes. passes have to be sharp.
And now the Knicks are going to challenge this out-of-bounds call here. You might win it. I don't know. From that back angle, it looked like it was off the fingertips of Wembanyama. I'd have to see a different angle of it.
Yeah.
Zach Zarba will come over and let us know that Mike Brown and the Knicks challenging this call.
Ruling on the floor of San Antonio basketball is being challenged by New York.
All right, we'll take a timeout on the floor. We'll take the SWBC timeout as well. 11:46 opening seconds of this pivotal fourth quarter. Spurs by 15, 90-75. Spurs Radio. Game 4 of the NBA Finals continues in a moment. .46 just underway, fourth quarter. Spurs up 90-75. Zach Zarba telling us during the timeout. Ball off of Victor Wembanyama. The basketball will go to the Knicks. It's the sixth turnover of the second half against the Spurs after only 2 in the first half. Let's take 10 seconds for station identification. This is Spurs Radio.
News Radio 1200 WOAI, San Antonio's breaking news, traffic, and weather.
11 o'clock in New York, Sean, in the city that never sleeps, and they are awake and alive here in the Garden at the start of the fourth quarter.
Unfortunately, we are the ones that have given them life. Had a chance there when we got it back up to 20 to really put it on them, and I feel like if you push it back to 25 points after that massive effort to get it to 15, you almost put the game on ice.
So Brunson will bring it up here with a chance of Let's Go Knicks in the background. Brunson switched on to Champagnie. Also up to the left side, now Brunson attacking. Brunson left elbow, picks up the dribble, kick to the left corner. McBride for 3, and it's short. Deuce McBride, limited minutes again tonight, has missed all 3 of his shots. Up top here, Keldon Johnson with a rebound, attacking. Johnson a little out of control, able to recover the dribble. Kicks it back out, plenty of time. 11 to shoot. Dylan Harper spinning on McBride. Harper in the paint, goes up strong and scores again.
I love that mismatch on the perimeter. McBride doesn't have enough size to impede Dylan Harper going to the rim.
Grown man basketball going on right now.
Dylan Harper. Spurs by 17, 92-75. Brunson tiptoeing the midcourt stripe. Pocket pass now. Mitchell Robinson, 7 to shoot off to Anunoby. Anunoby lobs it up. Robinson smoked the dunk. Spurs catch a break. Here they go. Aaron Fox behind his back. High-low Wembanyama trying to tip it up, tips it up, gets it back, throws it up. No good, but he'll get to the line. And about 3 cracks on it down low after that initial high-low feed from De'Aaron Fox.
He's got a lot of little guys on him. He can afford to take his time, be a little bit more patient there instead of rushing up a couple shots. But I like the fact that he still worked himself to the free throw line.
And that was, of course, after Robinson smoked the dunks of trailing the play and had Anunoby with the challenge of defending him. And Wembanyama to the free throw line for the 4th and 5th time this evening. First free throw is good. It's another double-double for Victor Wembanyama tonight. 20 points and 11 rebounds. His 11th double-double of the season. Of the postseason, that is. He is a plus 20 tonight. In these playoffs, the Spurs are a plus 92 when Victor has been on the floor. And in this series, they're a plus 36. 1 of 2 as Victor splits the pair. Lead is 18, 93-75, 90 seconds gone by here in the 4th. Brunson attacking, getting into Victor, down to the block, kick out past Shamet. Right corner 3 is up, off the mark. And Shamet is 1 for his last 9 from the three-point line in the 2 games here in the Garden. Dylan Harper, jab step, top of the arc, gives it back off to Fox. Fox back to D. Hart, sizing up right wing 3, in and out.
Oh, that would have been a dagger.
Halfway down for Dylan. Brunson with a rebound, takes it the other way. Screen from Robinson. Brunson again, the high low to Robinson's got to tap it up volleyball style. Can't knock it down. Offensive rebound. Bridges loading up the 3, and that's off the mark. Johnson brings down the rebound for the Spurs. Out to the left side to Fox. Screen Wembanyama. Fox gets by the defense in the paint. Now he's got to bring it back out. Lobs it up to Wembanyama. Gets pushed by Shamet.
There's that foul you were talking about again. Foul on the floor.
Foul on the floor. Always a foul on the floor. Even when you're going up for the dunk, foul on the floor. Karl Anthony Towns coming back into the game here for the Knicks, playing with 4 fouls. Steph Castle back into the game for the Spurs, playing with 4 fouls.
You look at it as another foul that gets us closer to the bonus.
Spurs inbound to Castle. It's 2 fouls on the Knicks here in the 4th. Castle spotting Wembanyama. Turns on Brunson. Victor puts it up, no. Gets his own rebound, tips it up, no. Again tips it up and puts it in. 3rd time in charge.
That was a flat-footed tip, it looked like, from here.
22 for Wembanyama. Inside, Towns on the baseline. Double team. Towns out of his hands to Bridges. Skip pass across to Alvarado. Open corner 3. In and out and around and back in. 95-78. As we come upon 9 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Castle with a basketball screen. Johnson, Steph rolling. Again spotting Victor as he knocks it in again. The foul comes before the shot. Mitch Johnson can't believe it.
I don't agree with that one. He's bumped in the air. And if that's not in the act of shooting, I don't know what is.
I agree with you. Like I said, I have learned how these lobs are called when it looks like, yeah, he should be getting 2 free throws, but they never seem to give him the 2 free throws. The Spurs, the 13th foul on the Knicks. And now Wembanyama, the catch from Castle with a miss on the dunk, and the ball loose and picked up on the baseline by Hart. He'll take it the other way for the Knicks. Hart, bounce pass, nice find. Bridges lays it up and in. Wembanyama a little upset, thought he had that one red for the block, and a timeout taken by the Spurs. 8:43 to go in the ballgame. We take it to the SWBC timeout. Spurs still up 15, 95-80. Spurs Radio. Game 4 of the NBA Finals continues in a moment. take a look at our Ticketmaster upcoming games. Game 5 coming up on Saturday night back at the Frost Bank Center. That is a 7:30 tip time. We'll get you started with Spurs Radio Game Night beginning at 7. If necessary, Game 6 would be back here at the Garden.
Good to see all y'all out there having a good time in the chat.
Would also be
Bro,
7:30 tip time.
that's a good question.
Radio Game Night and Carl
Where are those guys from the second quarter?
The pregame at 7. When you need tickets,
Come on, New York. You at home, bro.
Marketplace of the Spurs of the NBA.
Potoi, back to the background.
Available for every game. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Spurs. Well, Sean, the Spurs scored 76 points in the first half and 19 so far here in the second half.
Knicks have gotten after our guys on the defensive end of the floor, and we just haven't executed very well, Dan. A lot of soft passes, not coming to the ball strongly, a lot of forced shots and bad attempts where in that first half we let the game come to us. We did a great job moving the basketball, getting comfortable shots. Haven't seen a lot of that action here in the second half.
And the Spurs, who knocked down 14 threes in the first half, an NBA Finals record for threes in any half, have only hit 2 here in the second half. Spurs with the ball, up by 15. Dylan Harper handing off to Devin Vassell, left side. Castle coming around the screen, will come get it up top. Right side with Victor rolling. Castle will send it back to Vassell, 8 to shoot. Now to Wembanyama, left side. Victor, put it to the floor against Towns. Step back, mid-range jumper, short. Rebound taken by Brunson. Poked away by Keldon Johnson from behind. And a turnover by the Knicks. Back into the hands of Castle.
Wow, what a heads-up play there from Keldon.
Again, when you're down by this much for the Knicks, you got to value every possession. Castle gets bumped and fouled all the way out at half court. And Sean, to your previous point, that's now 14 fouls against the Knicks.
Yep. So remain aggressive here and step up to the free throw line with confidence on the next foul.
And of course,
got to make your free throws. Got to make your free throws tonight.
The bonus and got the line a lot to close out that game. Harper attacking, Harper driving, stepping back now. Skip pass across to Castle, left wing, 2 to shoot. Castle's got to put it up. Deep contested 3, short. No, he didn't hit the rim. It'll be a shot clock violation.
The bad possessions are stacking up. Taking too long to get into plays. A lot of desperation shots.
Another opportunity for the Knicks to draw closer. Under 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Bridges hands it off to Hart. Sidestepping Harper. Kick out Towns. Left wing Alvarado. Attacking now, weaving out of the paint with Wemby in the vicinity. 7 to shoot. Alvarado looking. Got to do something. Gets to Towns. 3 to shoot. Towns with 2, with 1. Step back 3 over Johnson. Good! Karl Anthony Towns drains the 3 with the shot clock expiring. 12-point game, 95-83. Castle down the left block. Castle leading in, tough shot. Doesn't get the roll, but gets fouled, and will go to the line for 2 free throws. And the Knicks over the limit. Spurs are shooting free throws the rest of the game.
Hey, gotta make your free throws. If they shoot them the rest of the game, it's 7 minutes.
Because the
make your free throws.
Not executed here in the second half. If you can get to the free throw line and stiff in the Knicks from there, well then so be it.
This is the closest it has been since it was 27-17. That was all the way back at the 4:23 mark of the first quarter.
But even then, Dan, that was an extremely difficult shot there from Steph Castle. Trying to shoot it over Alvarado and Cat at the same time.
Castle sinks the first free throw. The Spurs tonight are 12 of 13 at the line. As Keldon Johnson vacates. Julian Champagnie back in the game here for the Spurs. And now OG Anunoby back into the game here for the Knicks. Minutes have stacked up for the Stars here with 7 minutes to go. Victor Wembanyama's played 37 minutes. Jalen Brunson has also played 37 minutes in this game.
Yeah, but they have 2 days off before the next one. It's not time to try to save anything in the tank.
Second free throw for Castle is good. As Sean mentioned, every finals game now the rest of the way will feature 2 days off in between games. 97-83. Spurs back up by 14. Anunoby left wing three. That's good. And it's an 11-point game, 97-86 with 7 minutes to go.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Across the timeline. Andy to Dylan Harper. Tiptoeing the midcourt stripe, falling away, threw it away. Another turnover on the Spurs. Brunson back to Anunoby. Anunoby into the hands of Towns, left corner. Bouncing past Wembanyama, falls away, floats it up, floats it in. And the Knicks are within 10.
Bucket!
7-88,
Big bucket!
Castle. He's harassed by Alvarado, and a foul on Alvarado. Castle will go right back to the free throw line.
Well, like I said, free throws and being in the bonus so early here in the fourth is going to be our saving grace.
The aggressiveness of the Spurs paid off in game number 3, and that aggressiveness will need to pay off here in game number 4.
No question.
To close out the Knicks here, and Castle step into the line.
Yeah, because our guys have lost their way really on both ends of the floor.
First free throw for Steph is good.
They better find their way, because it's way too much time to be running up and down the court lost. Sean Elliott better go help him.
The last time this was a single-digit game.
By the way, Jordan would dunk on Wembanyama.
The opening minutes of the game. Before the Knicks got it back to 9 just a moment ago. Second free throw for Steph is good as well. The Spurs stepping up to the line, knocking down their free throws. Back up by 11, 99-88. 6:22 to go in the ball game. Jalen Brunson brings it up. Matched up against De'Aaron Fox. Shot clock at 14. Brunson with the screen coming from Alvarado. Now on Champagnie. Brunson attacking the paint. Floats it up. Nobody's fouled, and Brunson will go to the line for a pair. This 6:09, Sean, is going to feel like an eternity for the Spurs.
Yes, it is. It's going to be a lot of timeouts, a lot of free throws.
Steph Castle was tagged, by the way, with a reach foul over the top on Brunson. That is his 5th foul. Jalen Brunson, who's got 27 tonight, 9 of 19 shooting, will step back to the line. He's 7 of 9 to the line tonight. First free throw's good. Brunson in this series has averaged 27 points, but has done it on an inefficient 37% shooting clip coming in. He was 30 for 81 from the field. It hasn't changed much here tonight. He's 9 of 19. Second free throw is good. He is 9 of 11 at the line. Back to a 9-point.
9 of 19 is almost 50% shooting.
Three-possession game, midway through the fourth quarter. Game 4, Madison Square Garden. Champagnie rising right wing 3. Off the mark, and a rebound ripped down by Hart. The outlet into the hands of Brunson. Brunson attacking, sweeping through, lost the ball, taken away. Fox back the other direction, skips into Vassell, right wing 3. No good. Spurs getting good looks. They able to knock him down.
Yeah, I don't mind that one. Devin Vassell's had the hot hand pretty much the entire ball game.
Brunson back to Towns. Towns up fake, bouncing off Wembanyama. Towns, who nearly dragged his pivot foot, 5 to shoot. Got into the hands of Brunson. Lays it up, lays it in. 7-point game, 99-92, and Brunson has a 30-point game. Brunson is 3rd of these finals.
The Knicks are working it around and getting the mismatch that they want with Jalen Brunson.
99-92. Shot clock at 9, Fox the logo, left-hand dribble. Fox can't get around Anunoby. Fox step back, left elbow jumper, off the mark. Wembanyama tips the rebound, but out of bounds. And it'll be Knicks ball. And the Spurs led it by 29 early in the third quarter, 81-52. Since then, the Knicks are on a 40-18 push. Brunson left side, between his legs. Brunson guarded by Castle, over to Towns. 8 to shoot, right side Alvarado. Spots an open Anunoby in the corner for 3. Good. Timeout, Mitch Johnson. It's a 4-point game.
Bucket! 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 Hey, I told you, it was coming. It was coming. Can the Spurs withstand it? And now we know they couldn't. I knew it was coming, and y'all should have known it was coming. Bro.
31 for OG Anunoby.
OG Anunoby.
99-95 lead, Sean, with 4:32 remaining in the ball game.
Well, I hope our guys can hang on. If not, this is going to be a really bitter lesson to learn about how you come out of the locker room with a big lead. You're not nonchalant with the ball. You're even more aggressive. You're more deliberate. You bring more focus.
Hey, if they lose this basketball game, this is your will has been broken. I'm just telling you. You're not up 29 points to lose the game and everything's okay. No, that's gonna fuck with your mind.
For 34 is the shooting by the Spurs here since halftime.
Well, Dan, you knew the Knicks were going to come out with desperation there at the beginning of the second half. And so you have to match that energy. And our guys just didn't do that. They were just a little too careless. Again, I keep using the word nonchalant. And it's baffling because our guys have been so good on the road, and they showed so much focus in that first half.
Well, remember, you and I talked about how
the Brunson curse, I like it.
From game 3
hey,
to game number
Brunson
2.
is on it.
Again, falling by the wayside in the second half.
No question about it.
But yet you're still up by 4 with a basketball. 4.5 to play. Dylan Harper will bring it up the floor. He's been probably the best Spur of the night. In the hands of Wembanyama, right side, guarded by Towns. Victor handing it off to Fox. It's his time. Fox, free throw line, weaves, kick out, Vassell, 6 to shoot. Devin, back to Fox, left wing 3 on the way. Yes, sir! Clutch bucket! And Fox drains a huge 3.
He shut the crowd up.
Devin Vassell could have easily taken that mid-range jumper, makes that extra pass with no one around De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron's got 18, a finals high. Brunson, back to Alvarado up top. Alvarado, right elbow, spinning around Champagnie, scoops it up and in. 102-97. Alvarado, 5 off the bench. 3:45 to play in a 5-point game. Fox walks it across the timeline. Our 4th straight clutch time game in these finals. Fox, back to Wemby, top of the circle, pull-up jumper. Good for Victor Wembanyama. And all of a sudden, back-to-back field goals for the Spurs.
Guys starting to show a little bit more focus now with their backs against the wall.
104-97, 7-point game. Brunson into the double team. Trap, bounce pass Alvarado, 8 to shoot, right side Towns. Back to Alvarado with 6 and back to Brunson. Down to 4 to Alvarado. He'll let it fly for 3. Good. Jose Alvarado.
Bro, big ass bucket. Big ass bucket.
10 threes in the second half. 3 minutes to go. Fox at the logo. Left-hand dribble between his legs, lost it, deflected into the backcourt. 8 seconds to shoot. Fox against Anunoby. Pull-up 3 on the way. That's off the front of the rim. Champagnie unable to save it. The ball will go back to the Knicks with 2:42 remaining.
Anunoby is playing a terrific ball game here, Dan. Not only is he getting it done on the offensive end, but he's been tasked with guarding De'Aaron Fox, a smaller, quicker player. He's done a pretty nice job staying in front.
It's Johnson instructing Dylan Harper to go guard Jalen Brunson to the backcourt. He does. Brunson will get it across, switched on to Castle. 2.5 to play in a 4-point game. Brunson using the town screen right side on Victor. Brunson kicks it into the corner for Hart. Back to Brunson, 6 to shoot. Right side against Wemby. Pull up 3 on the way. That's good. 1-point game.
Big bucket Brunson. What?
Fox again with Anunoby guarding him. Victor coming high to set the screen. Fox, he lost the speed, he lost the dribble, and Hart will slam it down. Oh, he missed! He missed! He had an uncontested layup. And the Spurs catch a massive break.
Wow, unbelievable.
Wembanyama now the other end. He's laying it down, and he lays it off the glass. No good, but a foul. Oh, my goodness. Josh Hart had an opportunity to give the Knicks their
Josh Hart didn't know whether to dunk it or to lay it in, and he got confused. Yep, he got caught in the middle.
He thought that
he got caught in the middle. What a fool!
First he's going to dunk it, then tries to lay it up. And I talk about this all the time. You know, when you're in that situation there, you always want to use the glass or
do a layup.
He tries to lay it up, and his momentum carries the ball forward.
Oh, my goodness, Josh Hart.
Wembanyama to the free throw line now. First one, no good. Yeah, he fooled the broadcaster, Sean. I thought he was going up to throw it down with two hands, and that's where I was going dunk, and it turned out to be a missed layup.
It looked to me like he thought Steph Castle was running down his back, was going to get the block, so he's just trying to get it over the front of the rim as quick as he could.
Saladas the guard and spin in the 2 games here. Second free throw off the rim, no good. Victor misses a pair. Knicks with the ball, down by 1. They get a mulligan with 1:40 remaining. Brunson, screen from Towns. Brunson, Vassell guarding him. Into the hands of Towns, back to Brunson. Shot clock at 5. Brunson, between his legs, behind his back, down to 2, down to 1. Brunson floats it up left hand, gets the roll. And the Knicks have the lead. They're
Wow.
of the game
Wow.
with 82 seconds left.
Wow.
105, 104.
It's a 30-point turnaround.
Do your best to try to take the ball out of his
It's a 30-point turnaround.
He will beat you.
He's got 36. Fox with the ball. Shot clock at 11. De'Aaron skip pass to Devin. Right side Castle. He literally lost it. It goes. It stays on the sideline. Castle keeps it. Tiptoeing the line. And a foul down on the baseline. No, out of bounds. They say Steph was out of bounds. It looked like he tiptoed the baseline. But Courtney Kirkland says he steps out of bounds.
Hard to tell watching the replay. I'm not sure he stepped out of bounds.
Spurs are saying challenge, but the Knicks already got the ball in. Knicks with the ball with a minute to play, up by 1. Brunson. Trapped on the left side. Alvarado, 9 to shoot. 46 seconds to play. Alvarado back to Brunson. Brunson with 4, with 3. Brunson on the baseline. Trapped with 1 second. Floats it up. That's a shot clock violation. Great defensive possession by the Spurs. Now they have 2 timeouts remaining here, Sean, with 38.8 seconds left.
Well, Alvarado was so intent on getting the ball back to Jalen Brunson, just ate up a ton of clock. That shows you how dependent they are on Jalen Brunson down the stretch. If Alvarado pulls that ball through, goes to the opposite side of the court, maybe they get a better look.
Subs coming in, defense for offense for the Knicks. Shamet as Robinson in as well. Again, the Spurs 2 timeouts remaining. The Knicks have 2 timeouts remaining. 38.8 seconds.
Let's just go to overtime. It's been that kind of a game. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's take a timeout of the coach as well. 38.8 to play. Spurs down by 1. 105-104. Game 4. Spurs Radio. The NBA Finals continues in a moment.
I'm sure it's going to be a short commercial break. Oops, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Probably just hang out here for a hot minute. Bro, I appreciate all of y'all. It's 1,896 of y'all hearing my voice. I got like 30,000 views. There's 708 votes, 711 votes in the poll. Hey, I appreciate the love. Let's just go to overtime. Fuck it, let's do it. Potoi.
The Knicks have come all the way back from 29 down in the second half to take a 1-point lead, their first lead of the game. All right, Sean, Spurs will have the ball. What do they do here in this possession?
Well, I think you got to go for a shot pretty quickly.
I appreciate y'all.
Run a lot of clock here when you're down. Got to go pretty quickly, see if you can get a shot. If you miss it, you got to go for an offensive rebound. If you don't get any of those, if you don't make a bucket, you got to rely on your defense to get a stop.
Castle will inbound. Hart looking away from him. Castle throws it to the backcourt to Fox. Fox brings it up the floor. Picked up by Anunoby. Fox attacking Anunoby. Pull up right wing jumper. No good. Offensive rebound. Castle, and he's fouled. And he'll get 2 free throws. Man, Steph read that all the way and timed his jump perfectly to get that rebound.
And how about no box out? The Knicks get caught ball watching, and Steph just sneaks in there untouched until the last second.
And
yes, sir.
At your point, the Spurs went quickly to ensure that they would get one more possession. As Castle steps to the line. First one is good. Ties the game at 105. He made 2 massive free throws in the 9 seconds in game 3. Made it a 2-possession game, and he's got another chance to make 2 more massive ones here right now.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Dan, sometimes I hate to be right. I said at the beginning, in the middle of that third quarter, that he's going to have to make free throws. We're going to have to make free throws coming down the stretch because of the way we were playing in the third.
Fool, you weren't right. My screen said free throws before the game started. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
105, Spurs up by 1 and a timeout, Mike Brown. To leave both teams with 1 timeout
My
remaining.
screen says free throws and guard play.
The Spurs
Look who's making a difference. Free throws and the guard play. It's making a difference. It's been a difference since the first 3.
You got to stop here. You come down with the rebound.
Got to make your free throws. The guard play got to be strong. We know what the big men going to do. You need to be out here hitting some jump shots and not all 3-pointers and quit turning the ball over.
To make a call, you know that they're going to come and try to foul you immediately to try to extend the game. So be strong with it. Be deliberate with your passes. If you're going to throw an outlet pass, nothing soft about this last possession.
Yeah. And as I know you often kid me about the analytics, the one analytic I know you love is the 2-for-1. Is to give yourself that last extra possession coming back with the shot clock. You've been preaching that for years.
I do love it. But when you're down here in the fourth quarter, I'm not sure the Knicks can come down.
They're not going to go 2-for-1 at this point.
Right.
Not a chance. I'm saying the Spurs executing to go for a 2-for-1 to get their opportunity.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like going quickly there. Again, you see the results. Steph Castle has a chance for an offensive rebound and gets the 2 free throws.
So the Spurs now looking for a stop here as they're up 1, 106-105 with 30.3 seconds remaining. Dylan Harper, Castle, and Fox will share the floor here on the defensive side of the ball with Wembanyama and Vassell. As the Knicks advance the ball to the front court and Josh Hart will inbound. Boy, there's so much riding on the line here in these last 30.3 seconds. Towns back in the game for Robinson. Hard to inbound. Gets it into Brunson's hands. 6-second difference, game clock and shot clock. Brunson between his legs here, guarded by Vassell. Brunson steps, cut off, gets it back here in the corner from Towns. Brunson attacking, slides by Vassell, high off the glass, no good. Deep rebound, tipped out, goes the length of the floor. Fox will get to it, lays it up, blocked to the rim. Knicks have it. 8 seconds remaining.
Defense.
Brown doesn't call timeout. Oh, they went
it's over
and back.
That's a violation.
Uh-oh.
They called timeout.
Oh.
They go over and back.
Yeah,
I thought they went over and back.
James Williams, he's calling over and back.
Huh.
They called timeout. Wow. Wow. I did not. Man.
That's an unbelievable violation there. I don't see Mike Brown calling timeout. I didn't see Mike Brown calling timeout there.
I didn't either.
Somebody did for them to grant it. They won't grant it unless somebody call it, but.
Mike Brown calling timeout.
Uh-oh.
I don't see him signaling for a timeout.
Uh-oh.
Where's the timeout call? That's
Show
a
us.
violation.
Show the people. Tell them, Sean Elliott.
I don't see anybody signaling for a timeout. Yeah, and you were right. James Williams across
The guy in the background said there's a foul on the play.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said there's a foul on the Spurs.
Okay, they're
They
calling
call
the
the
foul
foul on De'Aaron Fox.
Listen to these, Dodo. How can I know before them?
The Spurs did have a foul to give.
Oh, my goodness.
Boy, there was a lot of confusion from the officials because it was not a very
No, they were confused.
across the floor.
Right.
The guy upstairs wasn't confused.
And so then
Come on, overtime.
after the foul. So, 5.7 seconds remaining. And the Spurs up by 106-105. All right. Buckle in here, folks. Anunoby will trigger the inbound. Shamit's on the floor. Bridges on the floor. Towns on the floor. And, of course, Brunson. No timeouts remaining for the Knicks, so they got to get it in. 5.7 to play. Anunoby to inbound. Anunoby looking, gets it to Brunson, tiptoes the line, saves it, pulls up deep three, off the front of the rim, tipped up and in! And the Knicks have taken the lead!
Bucket!
0.2 seconds remaining.
Bucket! One more time. Bucket!
Follow-up tip.
This fool came flying in out of nowhere to tip it in. Out of nowhere.
Of his life here tonight, and he may have just
OG and a no B.
Sure did. I thought he was
Wow.
a factor coming into this series.
You gotta be kidding. These fools are about to lose a game that they were up 29 points. Gotta keep playing.
On the offensive glass and on
Uh-oh. What happened? Let's go. Uh-oh. Wait. Don't do that. Come back.
High.
No, we're not listening to her. Here we go.
By one,
Here we go.
1.2 seconds remaining. And for the largest halftime lead
Wow.
on the road in finals history. Spurs, they need a miracle.
Well, you have enough time to come down with the basketball and get a decent shot. So let's see if Mitch has any little tricks or misdirections in his bag.
.2 seconds remaining. Spurs will advance the ball. To Sean's point, plenty of time for a catch, even a move and a shot, but that 1.2 is not stretched out very much. Again, it's
Kenneth.
Parker, it's Castle, it's Fox,
Unbelievable.
it's Devin Vassell.
This is why you keep playing the game. And you don't shoot yourself out the game by shooting a bunch of threes. You just keep playing. Keep playing.
On the Knicks, smartly putting Karl Anthony Towns on the ball.
Towns face guarding Dylan Harper. 1.2 to play. Harper. Get the ball here from Courtney Kirkland. Looking, spotting. Oh, he's looking for Castle. Castle has it. He threw it up. He didn't get it off in time. And the Knicks win. The New York Knicks down 27 at the half. Come back and beat the Spurs 107-106 to take a 3-1 lead in this NBA Finals.
Well, Dan, games 2 and games 4 are similar in the respect that, look, our youth and our inexperience cost us in both those games. You don't execute in the entire second half of this one. It was a poorly played second half, I really believe, by both teams, although the Knicks made some shots, they played better. Both made a ton of mistakes here. But this is going to be a lesson for our guys. I mean, you're up by 25, you kind of saunter out of the locker room instead of coming out with, fire and blood coming out of you. You got to try to expand that lead. You can't be nonchalant. And the Knicks, all they wanted to do there, coming out of the locker room, is chip away some more. Get it down to single digits, and they accomplished that.
29-point comeback is the largest in NBA Finals history, and the New York Knicks one win away from their first championship in 53 years. Finals not over yet. We're going back to San Antonio for at least one more game, and we'll talk about that and recap this one here tonight. Spurs postgame coming up on the other side. Let's take a look back at the scoring summary, final stats, highlights, analysis. We'll see if he can be joined by Matt Nielsen downstairs outside the Spurs locker room. Carl Stoney will have some final thoughts as well. We'll look ahead to Game 5 coming up at the Frost Bank Center as the Spurs stung tonight by the Knickerbockers. 107-106 the final. Next Spurs broadcast coming up Saturday night at the Frost Bank Center. Spurs radio game night begins at 7. Tip time just after 7:30 p.m. right here on Spurs Radio. Don't go anywhere. More coming up. Plenty of coverage. Spurs postgame follows us after this. 107-106 the final. Spurs Radio Game 4 of the NBA Finals continues in a moment.
Hey man, I definitely appreciate every one of y'all for hanging out. Who won? Are you serious, Pesky? Are you serious? The Knicks just won. The Knicks just came back from a 29-point lead. 27 at the half, got down early. The will has been broken by a young team. I mean, you know what I mean. On a young team. They gonna struggle in San Antonio because this shit will weigh heavy on their minds. Hey, we're gonna do a round of post-game, and I'm gonna be out. Potoi, appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Hit the like button on your way out. Hit the subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. See you Saturday, Game 5. Hey, the Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. They was jamming too much at halftime, huh? Wu-Tang got everybody crunk, straight hip-hop in there. Not nobody in there singing. And I believe they was cussing too because it wasn't on TV. Hey, we love real hip-hop around here, as you can tell.
In the Garden as the Knicks rally from 29 down, the largest comeback in NBA Finals history to beat the Spurs 107.
I'm gonna let this ride for a little bit. Y'all make sure y'all safe. See you Saturday.
Dan Weiss, Sean Elliott back upstairs here in the broadcast booth. My old partner Matt Bonner, I mean, it just would permeate through my ears every time, would sit and say it is a 48-minute basketball game.
Yeah.
Spurs tonight played 24
all 48 minutes. Gotta keep playing. Gotta keep playing.
And maybe arguably their toughest 24 minutes of the postseason in this inaugural playoff run.
Yeah, they put all the pressure on the Knicks in that first half. They come out of the second half, and you have a chance. It's like the first 3 or 4 minutes. If you continue to play the way you played in that first half, move the basketball, get good shots, and you let the Knicks know you're not going to chip away. You have no chance at making a comeback. Then you put this game on ice. Even when they got to 15, and then you pushed it back to 20, you had a chance again. But I just felt that second half, Dan, we were way too comfortable out there in the sense that, there was no sense of urgency on both ends of the floor, made too many mistakes, leaving Anunoby open in the corners. That was huge. And then no one touches him on the box out.
Spurs outscored the Knicks 76-49 in the first half, only to watch the Knicks outscore the Spurs 58-30 in the second half. And the dichotomy of some of the first half numbers, Sean, compared to the second half numbers is just to a degree inexplicable because the Spurs shot 60% from the field, 28 of 47 in the first half, and then proceeded to shoot 8 for 39 in the second half. 14 of 26 from the three-point line, 3 of 17 in the second half. And as the Knicks kind of warmed up, they certainly got hot and got hot at the right time, and we're joined downstairs by assistant coach Matt Nielsen. Coach, thanks for joining us, obviously, after, a tough one here tonight. But, just kind of give me your thoughts on, after being up by 27 at the half, just what were the details, the approach, and really what kind of changed in those opening minutes of the third quarter as the Knicks started to make their comeback?
Look, it's obviously the disappointing loss, and I think you get that lead, and unfortunately, it's natural habit to kind of try and protect it instead of maybe keep doing what we were doing to get there, and it's always a fine line, and we obviously lost that rhythm a couple of times, and I think it just obviously gave them momentum, and we're on the back foot when like being on the front foot so much, and then having to defend it was not ideal, and as you saw, we probably just made some errors that really amplified their comeback.
Can you just talk about the last possession with 1.2 seconds? Obviously, not a lot of time, but just kind of go through a little bit of what you were looking for there on that last possession.
I thought it, to be honest, it was we had 3 different looks out of it, like the idea of it, and it obviously just got deflected early. So I think that was the problem. That obviously didn't get to where we're after, but. Obviously that's not the problem or anything to do with how we got there.
They made some adjustments there in the second half. I thought, besides making the game-winning shot, I thought OG Anunoby defending De'Aaron Fox there in the second half, kind of taking him a little bit out of his rhythm. That seemed to be an adjustment that kind of got you guys a little bit uncomfortable there in the second half.
Yeah, I suppose, yes, there's no doubt. I think there was definitely some times where we probably didn't help him out as much. We could have probably executed a couple of screens a little bit better just to give him more space. And, there was a couple of factors, I think, that they made some change-ups, and that comes into it, I suppose.
I guess the good thing is that
he didn't really like that question. He didn't like that at all.
You get a chance to go back home. You get a chance to rally the group here. How do you utilize these next 48 hours leading into game number 5 back home?
Look, to be honest, these games, I feel like we have decided them, and I think there's so much good what we did in the first half, and then like you said, the changes they made to slow us down, we'll go back and look at that and adjust, but we can't, we're not hiding from anything. We're going to go win one game. That's the goal, and I feel very good about the mindset we had in the first half, and then some changes to counteract what they did, and I think we'll be ready to go.
One thing we've learned in these playoffs is that their momentum doesn't seem to travel clearly between the Oklahoma City series and this series. Every game kind of just stands on its own, doesn't it?
There's no doubt. I obviously, yes, I've through this whole playoff run, I think there's no doubt that each game is its own entity, and I think that's encouraging for where we're at. But again, we're going to take a lot out of this game, and so we'll double down on the good stuff and fix the bad stuff. So again, we're not aiming to win the next game straight up. We just need to win that first quarter, but the way we want to play and get after it. And I think that's the mindset.
Coach, we appreciate the time. Thank you for spending a few minutes and joining with us. We'll see you on Saturday night back at home.
Thanks, man.
All right, Matt Nielsen, the assistant coach, joining us downstairs. Sean, as I kind of bring you back up here, just give me your take on what the coach said and kind of the approach for the Spurs as they go back home for game number 5.
Well, that's a difficult interview to do under the circumstances. I don't think there's any question about that. Locker room is devastated right now. It's quiet in there, I promise you that. The guys are going to have a lot of reflecting to do over the next couple days, and
bro, their will has been broken.
And this is one of those lessons that
they'll come with a good effort. They may even win game 5.
Being on a team that was up by 25.
They're not winning the series after that.
We had veterans on the team. We knew how to manage leads. Our guys still trying to figure that out, and unfortunately, it came back to haunt them tonight. I look at other factors in this game, by the way. You know, we're in the bonus there with about 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and then we just never took advantage of it. Never went to the basket, never tried to draw those fouls and get to the free throw line and kind of stiff arm them from the free throw line. Still continue to rely on jump shots and difficult attempts.
Do you agree, though, that in these playoffs, and maybe I've never really kind of seen what we've experienced in this postseason, but oftentimes you would say the momentum from each game kind of travels with game to game and moving from location to location. And in these playoffs, that hasn't been the case. Each game has really kind of stood on its own. So it wouldn't surprise me if the Spurs go back home and blow the doors off the Knicks at the Frost Bank Center on Saturday night.
It would not surprise me, but at the same time, look, I feel like this was a golden opportunity where if you're able to extend that lead and send a message to them, then you grab control of the series and you have the upper hand. So if you're the Knicks, you're going to San Antonio and you're feeling really good about yourselves. Even if you get down double digits, you know that if you hang in there, you're going to get a shot.
Do these 48 hours in between games, do you think that helps or hurts the Spurs right now?
Well, it helps in the sense that you can watch some tape. You have plenty of time to reflect on the mistakes you made, and you know, hopefully you're able to, you know, build a brick wall behind this game and come out with the home crowd behind you and perform. I think it helps in the sense also that it's not another one day and then the game, because the Knicks now have all the momentum.
That's Sean Elliott as the Spurs fall here tonight, 107-106 to the New York Knicks. So we'll take a timeout, come back on the other side. We'll take a look at the numbers, and we'll bring back in Carl Stoning as well as we wrap this one up from Madison Square Garden. Spurs fall tonight, 107-106 as the Knicks take a 3-1 lead in the best-of-7 NBA Finals. Spurs Radio, Game 4 of the NBA Finals continues in a moment.
International hostage with the hot clips. See if they can stop this. Aliens that's watching us from cockpits. Soon to release the virus that be toxic. 666, more deadly than your classic Marv flick. Pushing for us toward production, keeping crumb from introduction. Now what's my function? Push it together like conjunctions. These motherfucking politicians don't want it bumping, but we dropping jewels. Styles identical to killing tools. You'll be left to die on this earth if you're not willing to accept the truth. Black Eagle team to provide the proof. In the last days, busting shots from the project roof. And now you stand accused from the black man that's been abused. A nigga bomb with a short fuse. I represent the dirty, Luke 12 to I-30. Some niggas hustle speed and other niggas slanging birdies. But on the microphone, these motherfuckers ain't worthy. They ain't worthy. What? I represent that dirty. You don't wanna battle me, nigga. I brought that Southern Brigade. It's gonna take a whole cavalry of niggas to try to stop the onslaught. Perform hot in certain spots.
Madison Square Garden as they continue to celebrate. Quick look at some of the final numbers in this one here tonight. We discussed them with Sean back in the previous segment. Overall tonight, the Spurs ended up shooting 42% in this game, 17 of 43 from behind the line, but 14 of those 17 three-pointers came in the first half. The Spurs ended up with 24 assists in the game, turned the ball over 12 times, despite only turning it over twice in the first half, turned it over 10 times in the second half tonight. Spurs were led by 4 of their 5 starters finishing in double figures. 24 points for Victor Wembanyama and 13 rebounds to go with 3 blocks for his 11th double-double of these playoffs. Another phenomenal game from Dylan Harper. 21 points tonight, 3 of 6 from behind the line, 4 rebounds and 3 assists. 18 apiece for Devin Vassell and De'Aaron Fox, and Devin shot the lights out tonight. He was 5 of 8 from downtown. Steph Castle finishing with 13 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, but was saddled with some foul trouble in the second half, and that certainly probably affected how the Spurs wanted to defend in terms of managing minutes and trying to keep him on the floor for as much as possible there in the second half. The Knicks tonight end up shooting 46% in total for the game after just a disastrous first half in which they only scored 49 points and only made 15 field goals. They ended up coming back to shoot 46% from the three-point line, knocking down 15 threes, 11 of which came in the second half. The Knicks ended up with 23 assists on their 36 made field goals. They turned it over 15 times, led to 24 points off the turnovers. Jalen Brunson finishes with a game-high 36 points, and 17 of those coming in the second half. Brunson played a game-high 44 minutes in this one tonight. The star of the game was OG Anunoby, who had a playoff career-high 33 points, including the game-winning tip-in with 1.2 seconds remaining. He also knocked down 7 threes in the game tonight, and just for good measure, finished with a steal and a block as well. And the only other player in double figures for the Knicks tonight was Karl Anthony Towns, saddled with foul trouble right from the start, 13 points and 10 rebounds, still managed a double-double despite only playing 25 minutes in this game here tonight. Time of the game tonight, 2 hours, 51 minutes in front of a crowd that watched it of 19,812 here at Madison Square Garden. Let's check back in with Carl Schoening here inside the Garden. And Carl, I would say...
Hey, I will say this. One thing the Knicks have shown throughout the whole playoffs, they don't really need Karl Anthony Towns, especially paying him $50+ million. You can get somebody to do what he does without the antics and all that other shit. Because even when he is nowhere to be found, they still find a way to win.
But, I don't even
Jalen Brunson.
even need to do that. It was a flawless half, as you mentioned, in that first half. But really, it was the fact that they were just incapable of scoring in the second half. The Spurs only scored 14 points in the third quarter and 16 points in the fourth quarter. That's possibly their worst half that they've had all season long. I really can't think of a worse half off the top of my head, but if it's not the worst, it's up there. And if they play halfway,
and don't forget, remember I mentioned, remember that 7 minutes, 13 seconds? They were in foul. They shot fouls the rest of the game. 7 minutes left. They didn't go to the free throw line. None. Maybe once or twice. Maybe a couple of times. Other than that, there was no taking anybody off the dribble and creating a shot, getting a foul, getting to the free throw line. None of that. You would hope that Mitch Johnson and these timeouts that he really didn't call was telling them, get to the basket, get to the basket, get some free throws, because they didn't do it.
From a Spurs perspective,
that's where they lost the ball game.
And at the same end, contagious from a Knicks perspective in the second half.
Yeah, exactly. And that's almost where I agree with what Sean said, was the Spurs should have just abandoned the shooting as they realized they went cold from three and take advantage of getting into the bonus. That would have been great. You're going to look back at this game and realize that this is where potentially the series was lost, because it was a golden opportunity to tie it up at 2 games apiece going back to 5. But now it's work cut out for you for the Spurs. Don't lose a game the rest of the season.
All right, Carl, we'll see you back in San Antonio. Game 5 coming up on Saturday night. Back at the Frost Bank Center.
It'll be a fun one.
Yeah, we'll see you there Saturday night. Game 5 coming back up at the Frost Bank Center. Carl back to wrap it up, put a bow on this one for Madison Square Garden. Spurs fall 107-106. This is Spurs Radio.
clock shit, you block shit, locked it down, better rock shit. On stage, apocalypse now, manage your time while the clock tick. International hostage with the hot clips, see if they can stop this. Aliens that's watching us from cockpits, soon to release the virus that be toxic. 666, more deadly than your classic mall flicks. Pushing for us toward production, keep it crumb from introduction. Now what's my function? Push it together like conjunctions. These motherfucking politicians don't want it bumping, but we dropping jewels. Styles identical to killing tools. You'll be left to die on this earth if you're not willing to accept the truth. Black Eagle team to provide the proof. In the last days, busting shots from the project roof. And now you stand accused from the black man that's been abused. A nigga bomb with a short fuse. I represent the dirty, Luke 12 to I-30. Some niggas hustle, meet another nigga slanging birdies. But on the microphone, these motherfuckers ain't worthy. They ain't worthy. What? We represent that dirty. Don't wanna battle me, nigga. I brought that Southern Brigade. It's gonna take a whole cavalry of niggas to try to stop the onslaught. Perform hot in certain spots. Keep that gold 7-shot cock. Now you chopping across the parking lot and kicking rocks. Coming out your shoes, stuffing your socks. The dreadlocks got your rubber vehicle on lock. When shit pops, I can count on my studs road. Niggas, they don't stop. Now tell me what's your ambition? Incarcerated like my nigga Clinton. Lose terror to San Quentin. And can I mention South Dallas, the North Denton. Snatching mics and slapping niggas, got these hoes flinching. This here's big pimpin'. Step in the club, right leg limping. Head to the bar, I'm about to start tripping. Or hit the stage and mind start flipping. This Black Eagle team, third coast, third dimension. We on the cinch, I represent that dirty. Luke 12 to I-30. To me the future's clear, but other nigga vision's blurry. But on the microphone, these motherfuckers ain't worthy. They ain't worthy. Represent that dirty. Luke 12 to I-30. Some niggas hustle, meet another nigga slanging birdies. But on the microphone, these motherfuckers ain't worthy. They ain't worthy. What? They represent that dirty. For my South niggas. All my Dallas, Texas niggas. All my Houston, Texas niggas.
Sugarland represent like this. Potoi Black Eagle team.
Fuck with it, bro. Hey, see y'all Saturday. Appreciate the love. Hit the like button on your way out. Potoi remix. Till next time. Both of them remixes. Potoi.
Twist up, quick fast, down on my dick, lock fucked up. Steady make a move, still a nigga just stop. Nowhere to run, no place to hide. They say it gets better, they know it's a lie. Life in a bitch really ain't no surprise. Really ain't no surprise. If it wasn't for the band, probably had no luck. Red team, when you see me on the scene, never go much. Rather roll up, post up. Gorilla glue the pack, got a nigga so stuck. Plug so clutch. Gotta go anywhere, throw darts. High above reality, I never flow far. Friend of foe, the evils playing both parts. Got an ice cold heart spotlight, so dark. Lord, please protect me from the lame shit. Rather stay on my own, never lane switch. Overthinking and laughing like my brain split.
28 black years, learn what pain is. I'm a stoner each and every to my last day. Mad dash, red race, too fast pace. Gotta screw the clean slate, had the backspace. Get lit, in his bag to the cash chase. Too crazy.
Y'all have a good night. Potoi. I'm still crunk over here. If there was another game on, I'd be doing it too. But I got some shit I can be doing. See y'all Saturday. Kick it with me. Hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. Subscribe so you know when I'm on. You know, I know I could do that whole schedule stuff, but hey, I'm an unscheduled kind of guy. I just do it. Hey, if it's worth doing, y'all know